I had to turn my sound off on my phone.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the Unshaven Modcast Show. I'm Fugget.
Action.
Uber.
This week, our guest is James Funk.
Hello.
How's it going, James?
Hey, buddy.
Going great.
James is a singer-songwriter and prominent figure in the local folk, bluegrass, and Americana scene. You say country also?
Americana, pretty much country falls in Americana.
Right, okay, that's what I thought. That's why I showed Americana.
Yep.
You can almost always find them playing out somewhere, whether it be doing solo or open mics at Wonder Bar, which I love that freaking place. I had to throw the name out there because I love that place. Their food's amazing. I think I even brought it up last week. We're playing a gig with his band Moonshine and Wine at the Southgate House. Keep listening for some live music later on and your chance to win some music and merch from Moonshine and Wine. We are weekly on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only at unshavenmodcast.com and live on our Facebook page at Unshaven Modcast. If you can't stay awake for the whole show, search us on iTunes, Google Music, YouTube, and SoundCloud. All episodes are uploaded the day after they air. We are a show about nothing and everything, the podcast where anything goes, unfiltered, undefined, and unshaven. Our sponsor for the month of May is Slaughterhouse Rags, the purveyor of all things horror. Check out their clothing, scraps, bits, and pieces at shrags.com. That's shrags.com. And be sure to follow them on Facebook at facebook.com/Slaughterhouse Rags. Yeah. How was everybody's week?
Awesome.
Dude, my week was fucking awesome.
Well, I'm going to go first because I can't follow you guys.
Yeah.
You guys went to fucking Cumberland, so I'll tell my stories first. You guys went to Cumberland. I had nobody to hang out with, so I got drunk with a cat on Friday night.
Oh, Lord.
Nice. Shadow.
Yeah, I got drunk with Shadow.
Yeah, nice.
Did you at least give him some catnip?
No, I tried to give him beer, and he wasn't having it. Every time I said the can or the end, he'd freak out. Saturday, I went to a birthday party. Started kind of early, so I got drunk early and way too belligerent. Sunday, I went to a cookout. Yeah, Monday did the Memorial Day thing, went to a parade, took the kids to parade, and did a bunch of other shit. I didn't do anything yesterday. And today, we may have gotten a cat that I can continuously get drunk with.
Nice.
What?
I came home to a kitten, a 5-week-old kitten today that they're trying to convince me to keep.
You can't get drunk with a cat.
Why not?
It'll die.
Now, if you train them from their young, I bet you probably could.
Sure, if you start when they're young,
Yeah.
they'll learn, they'll build up a tolerance. They'll be good.
You'll learn today.
You gotta make them a long-term alcoholic.
Definitely.
That's some fuckery.
What'd you do, man? What'd you do this week?
What did I do this weekend? Played music Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday we finally had a day off. We've been busy running around playing. And so we got caught up on all life's necessities like laundry and Kroger's and,
Yeah.
them little things that eventually had to be done. And then Monday we finally got to play. We went to Woodland Mounds, played some disc golf, got the blood moving, and then we went over to a friend's house and we had a cookout.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually what I did Monday after the parade. I basically just did all the laundry and all the catching up bullshit.
Yeah.
Because nobody threw anything, any Memorial Day parties that I knew on Monday. They were all Sunday night.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. They would go to work on Tuesday.
I know, right?
Hungover.
Right. So you guys may proceed with your Cumberland trip.
It was awesome.
it was everything I hoped for.
It was the most relaxed I've ever been.
Did Chuck get rid of all his titty beads?
Most of them, yeah.
We did see some old titties.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, well, there's young titties. I'm sure there's always old titties.
Yeah. You have to take it.
I mean, I'm not an ageist. I mean, titties are titties. But, I mean, I'm just saying we did see old titties. Which was shocking.
Yes,
like, this 50-something-year-old woman came up to the boat. And she was like, yeah, give me a free shirt. Because that's what we're
Doing the shirts, yeah.
Yeah. And she just lifted up her, T-shirt and showed us her titties because I was holding beads in my hand. And I was like, oh.
There was another.
I was just putting these up. I didn't mean you to flash me your titties, but I threw her some beads after that.
That's funny.
There was another speedboat with two couples. They were in their 50s, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
And they had the ladies driving, and they were standing off the back throwing jello shots at people.
We were slingshotting people's shirts.
And honestly, I thought that was the worst part of the trip.
What?
Just because it was back there. People were like, boats were side by side by side by side.
Oh, so you weren't there the whole time?
Partying. We went there. We pulled up into that Harmon Cove on Saturday morning.
I thought it was
And
Party
then
Cove.
Yeah, that's called the real name is Harmon Cove.
Oh, I was calling that motherfucker Party Cove because it felt like Party Cove.
Well, that's a nickname for it. Yeah. Yeah, they named it Party Cove.
It was accurate. Like people were just floating on
But
unicorns.
we
and
stayed
shit.
overnight there though, and left Sunday morning.
And the day before we went down, my car got hit.
Yeah, that was Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I had to deal with that before I went down. I had to like take off half a day of work, take my car to the shop, find out that everything was like, you know, my lower control arms, my axle, like tire rods, everything was like messed up. So I had to deal with that.
You should pause and move that back. Because James isn't even in it.
Oh, really? Oh, you can just move it back some. Dixon, just grab her and move her.
Why am I the
You don't have to
regulator?
pause it.
Because you're the closest.
It's the most easily accessible to you, buddy.
Sorry. That's on you.
Just turn it.
There you go.
What about that?
I don't know, because
We
it
have
hasn't
no
caught
idea.
up yet.
Yeah, it's got like a 15-second delay or some shit.
You're just now getting up on the screen here.
Oh.
There we go, much better.
What now?
Here you go, just sit back down.
Just sit down before you mess it up.
Ooh, don't tell me.
I mean, technically, you should be able to just look in the screen and see where it's at.
Don't tell me about my life.
Yeah, so, Cumberland.
But yeah,
I'd
that
love
was-
to go back.
Yeah,
I have
man.
not been since I was a kid.
And like when you get back in there, dude, like, you don't see anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Like,
Yeah, I would like that better.
I mean, you still see people. That's a lie. I mean, like, there's.
Not when we were traveling early in the morning, man.
I had to wake up that early. I was
Nah.
drinking. I drank 2 bottles of bourbon, and then last night I finished off a half a bottle of Jack. They were, yeah, they had their own devices, but I was lit. I was drunk as hell.
Oh,
It was
sure.
perfect. I was fishing. I was drinking. I had bourbon. I had beer. Life was good. Life was good. I didn't want to come
Sounds
back.
like it.
I didn't want to come back. Didn't want to come back. Didn't want to. No.
That's the reason I want to go back down, because I was like a teenager when I went last time, so I wasn't drunk. I was
Right.
sober the whole time.
It's a nice drive, too.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
take
yeah.
27.
Yeah, it's a nice drive down there.
Takes
I
about an
remember
extra
that
20, 30 minutes, but
Good
it's not bad.
sightseeing.
Yeah.
much. Heck yeah.
Well, Pulaski County.
I rode Jurassic Park 5.
Oh, yeah, I was supposed to ask you about that.
In my
Jurassic
head.
Park, Shark, Raptor, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. I was.
He writes me while he's there one day. He was like, dude, I'm so fucking high. I just wrote a new Jurassic Park movie.
Dude, well, you get out there and you don't see anybody around and you're just floating down the river, and I'm like, fucking Jurassic Park on water, man. That's what they need.
What was it? Sharkadiles? Sharkadiles.
And
It's
then
gonna be
I
like a
started
thing,
doing like this. I started like thinking about like this whole Mad Max on the water idea, and I got like halfway through it and realized I was right in Water World.
Water World.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It was a blast, man.
So any other crazy stories?
I dropped my pole in the water.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was standing on the back of the boat because we took those big ass magnets down to magnet fish off the bottom
Right.
for like watches and syringes and shit. And like, so I'm just standing back there pulling my magnet in. Next thing I know, I see Dixon just fall right in front of me and land in the water. Yeah, he dropped his fishing pole.
It wasn't. It was like.
Too drunk, it was too heavy. Just fell.
He hit the top of the thing, I think, when he
The
was
awning.
casting.
And I was already.
The houseboat was not made for fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a roof.
But we turned it into fishing.
Yeah.
You should have sat on top of the awning.
I would have went through that motherfucker.
Yeah,
It would've
yeah,
ripped.
that's-
It would have just shredded.
I mean,
I would have ripped that thing in
This
half.
son bitch was from the 80s, I think, maybe even 70s. It was,
just
dude,
renovated
it was awesome though, man.
It was old, probably 30 years old. But
Yeah.
They renovated it.
Yeah, yeah, it was a.
The siding was come off though.
It was a.
And they pumped the shit from the boat.
Yeah, it just squirts into the water.
I'm scatophobic, so like this is hard. You tell it, because I can't. Like it's disgusting.
Like you'll be sitting up there and you'll hear this pump kick on and look over the side and just a brown mist comes out into the water. It's the shit.
Like, how does the EPA allow that to happen?
It's biodegradable, man.
It's still
fish food.
But whatever you eat comes out of you. If you eat like something. It's just nasty. That's
Yeah,
nasty.
dude.
So in other words, Cumberland has a lot of drunk ass fish.
Yeah.
Well, your body digests that part.
A lot of shit in there.
Like, it metabolizes the alcohol. But that's just nasty.
That's funny.
Anyways,
Oh, we saw a copperhead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw a turkey.
Nice.
I hadn't seen bears. I want to see a bear. The
Yours?
copperhead was cool though, man.
Yeah.
When did you see the turkey?
That next morning.
That's not exciting. You can see turkeys here.
Yeah, but it was like just in the woods, fucking around, like being a turkey. It wasn't on a plate.
Yeah, you can still
It wasn't
see turkeys.
served in front of me.
You can still see turkeys run around. Like, I got a buddy who lives over off Gaines. Like, he's always got turkeys running around.
They're all over out.
Yeah, you see them out Mount Airy Park too all the time.
Yeah. I grew up out in Harrison. They're fucking everywhere out there.
Yeah, we had a slingshot. We could have knocked one out and ate it. I'm not that crazy.
But it was a pretty fun time, man. I wish I was there right now. Fuck this podcast. I won't be here.
Yeah, I definitely want to try to plan to get back with you guys next year.
Oh, dude, yeah. You could take your kids down there. They'd love it, man. Those fucking houseboats have water slides off the back of them.
Yeah. They can look at old lady titties too.
Well, you don't have to go to that.
You don't have to go to Party Cove, but
They said that if you add up the total length of just the bank of Lake Cumberland,
Yeah.
that it's longer than the outline of Florida.
so it has more shoreline than
Yeah,
the
than
state
Florida
of Florida.
does.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a big ass fucking place, dude.
It is
Like
big.
we probably didn't even see like a third or a tenth of it.
Like there was the people that we had people that got stranded or whatever.
Yeah.
Who the fuck were they? Anyways.
Some people got stranded. They got left on another houseboat. The
Oh,
Chuck
Lordy.
needed, so we had to go pick them up and drive them to a marina. Yeah, we had to. They spent a day, a whole day with us.
That's funny.
But if we would have to take them back to where they got stranded from, like where the
It was
girl
like
dropped
5
them.
hours away.
No, it was 12 hours
Oh,
away.
12
They
hours.
said like
Yeah.
12 hours by boat.
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
wow.
Yeah. So
Those houseboats, they aren't moving too fast, man.
And they said it'd take like $400 or $500 on fuel.
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
take them
Just
back
the
to where
fuel
they
was
were.
outrageous. They wanted, and it was just regular unleaded. It was like $4.42 a gallon
Yeah.
Holy
at
shit.
the marinas. I think Dixon
Yeah,
paid
boats aren't cheap.
$8 for a pack of cigarettes.
I quit smoking before I went down, and then I bought an $8 pack of Marlboro menthols.
At the marina at the dock.
Ouch.
Yeah. I didn't even want to even look at what their alcohol ran.
Dude, I'm sure.
I tried
Which
to
they're
buy
in a
it
dry
cheaper,
county, but I guess they could sell it because they're floating on the water, maybe.
but they couldn't sell it on Sunday.
Yeah.
I tried to buy
Well,
Kentucky
all
on
Kentucky's
Sunday.
like that.
Yeah, they got like Kentucky and Indiana's like that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's boring.
Or you can only buy. You
Jesus.
can't buy.
Yeah, you can't get drunk on
You
Jesus.
can't buy
Day.
refrigerated
You
beer.
just turn water into wine, damn it.
Well, you got to call it the bootlegger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it was a pretty
jealous.
fun time though, dude.
I wish I could have gone.
Yeah, you really do need to try to go next year. Found one tick on me. That was it.
I found a tick in the bathroom. And the bathroom was just, yeah. Yeah, I don't even talk about the bathroom. Like, you couldn't flush toilet paper. Like, it was, it was, other than that
It
part.
was a boat bathroom.
Other than that, it was, I was drunk in the water for 5 days. Like, it was amazing. It was amazing.
That sounds awesome.
I took my RC boat down with me.
Yeah, I saw you guys took
And
it down.
I broke it after 10 minutes. I couldn't use the rest of the trip.
He beached it in
I
like
took
10
all these
minutes.
batteries and shit with me. Me and Chuck were gonna mess around with them. After at first 10 minutes, had it on the water. 10 minutes, it was broken.
Wow.
I didn't have the part to fix it with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
That didn't last.
That didn't last too long.
But yeah, that was Cumberland. I'm going back.
Nice.
It's gonna happen.
When did you guys leave? You left Thursday, right?
Friday.
Friday?
Really, Friday?
Friday afternoon.
So I don't know if you guys missed all the shit that's happened this week.
My birthday is Wednesday. Thursday, I got hit by the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
Friday.
left Friday.
Greg Allman died. Not Greg Almond, not your friend.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Right?
Not with a D. Greg Allman. He
Oh.
died. He died on the 27th.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
He was 69. Buried him right next to Dwayne. So that's sad. He was like, one of the founding fathers of Southern rock.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
He's definitely a mentor, yeah.
I went and saw their graves last year when I was coming back from Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kathy Griffin. Did you guys see that shit?
Yeah, that'd be
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
I did not.
Power to the people.
She did.
I heard about it though.
Yeah,
I
she
haven't
did a
seen it.
photography session where it's like a mask of Donald Trump, but it looks like he's beheaded and there's blood all over it.
That's what I read. I just didn't
She's,
see it.
And a lot of people were
Taking some
pissed off, and she apologized for it.
It's art.
My thought was,
That's
I mean,
what I was reading
my thought
about.
was like she's a comedian, man. Like that's,
Yeah,
right.
that's
It's art.
kind of what she does. Like, you know,
Like-
like why should she have to apologize for
That's why
that?
everything's so fucking stupid now.
I mean, I do get some of people's points, like, oh,
we had,
his
like,
11-year-old
Sam
kid
Kinison
saw
and
that.
George Carlin and shit.
His,
Now we
you know,
can't-
Trump's 11-year-old son saw that and he freaked out and this and that. I'm like, I get
Oh,
that
either
part
way.
of it, but I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. Like,
How do you
She's
think?
a comedian.
So when Obama was Obama was in like his presidency, people had like posters of him being hung or made dummies of him being hung.
Yeah.
So
Effigies.
wouldn't that be? I feel like
That was art
really
also.
the same thing? Wouldn't it be?
That's, I think
But
one's a little more.
celebrity never came out.
yeah, celebrities never.
One's
did.
a little more hate
That was-
driven
that
than
was
the
the
other. I
difference.
think.
Now, even
But-
though
Yeah,
y'all know
maybe
my
they're the same
stance,
though.
I mean, I know your
A
stance, but I mean,
celebrity-
whether you like Trump or not, though, like, she's an artist. She's a comedian. She was doing comedy. That's
It was more
that's
an
comedians.
artistic
That's
position
their
than she was
purpose is to push the line.
she was taking more of an artistic political position though. It was.
Ew.
I mean, we used
I
to
was.
have
I
Richard
wasn't.
Pryor, for God's
I wasn't
sakes.
moved by. I mean, I was moved by like fuck yeah,
I said
but I
we used
wasn't
to have
moved by
Richard
it
Pryor,
negatively.
for
Oh, yeah.
God's
Negatively.
sake.
That's their
Yeah,
job,
it's just
though, to
me
push the line and
personally.
take
Yeah,
shit
man.
too far. I don't know. Anyways, Chris Stapleton's postponing his June 16th show, which is sold out. They didn't release a reason. There's no reason. So just, if you're going, hold on to your tickets.
Who was this?
It's Chris Stapleton. Probably like one of the only newer country stars I actually like. The rest of it is garbage.
All good.
Cincinnati Zoo held nothing for Harambe on the 1-year anniversary, which was this past week.
They didn't want to bring that public
Why not?
shock back.
Why not?
Like they
It's 1 year.
almost they deleted everything from Facebook.
I know they did.
Like they deleted everything from Facebook.
Pussies.
And then if they would have like celebrated him again, then he would have been like, okay.
It's
well,
still a running joke in a lot of circles.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Oh, it is.
That is true.
I mean, you see it
It was
pop,
the
you
longest-
think it's gone, and then all of a sudden it pops
Yeah.
up somewhere.
The
Like,
longest
really?
running meme I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
They made shirts and cups and like.
I don't know. I thought the
merchandise.
zoo could have done something. Maybe even like held a private
We
event.
were in fucking Lake Cumberland and we found merchandise down there. Remember?
Yeah.
Was
yeah.
it you that pointed the
Harambe
You found
shit
Harambe
down
stuff
there.
down there?
at a gas station? At a gas station next to the fidget spinners.
Dude, every gas station on the way down had fucking fidget spinners. I almost broke down twice and got one.
And this dude,
I
that
held
came in
strong
there-
though.
I held strong when I was getting ready to laugh because this dude was like, he came in there, he's like, y'all got them those those fancy fidget spinners.
Fancy fidget spinners.
And I almost died. Like I was like, everybody down there had like a country accent from out on back. Which I'm used to because my mom's side. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they could at least held a private event. At
Yeah.
least done something.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, pay your way in that way. Like every memester on the internet doesn't show up at it. But Democrats are pushing Jerry Springer to run for governor of Ohio.
I know, I saw that today.
Wasn't he a mayor in Cincinnati or some shit?
Yeah.
He used to be a long time ago, and then
So
he
he
started.
wrote a check to a prostitute.
Yeah, government money.
That went down
No,
quick.
for real?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he got out of politics. Like, he
Yeah.
started doing his TV show.
He's
Wait.
got another fellow podcaster. He's got his show too down there in Ludlow.
Yeah, I heard about that. I
That
heard
folk
about that
school
before.
coffee house. And
Oh, really?
yeah,
Yeah.
so I've been on that before. He gets musicians on there, and then at the end of the show, you got to finish with Irene Goodnight. And
Oh.
you sing a verse, and he sings a verse.
Nice.
And
Oh,
he sings
really?
a chorus, and the show goes out.
That's kind of cool, though.
But nothing like his TV show. It's they'll talk politics, they'll go on his rants like he used to, and
Yeah.
but it's all fun. And something I didn't know about him was he's an old folker. He played folk guitar and a big, huge Americana folk country fan and
Nice.
Oh, really?
bluegrass and all that. Yeah.
Nice.
You wouldn't think that by like looking at him and like
No,
the
you
shows and
wouldn't.
stuff he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not on TV, but if you go down there and watch his show in Ludlow, you'll be like, yeah, okay, I see it now.
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't think it, but at the same time, like, you look at Steve Martin, like, you would never think that
Bad
dude.
ass banjo
Yeah.
picker. It's like all of a sudden, dude comes out like, hey, listen to this. Like, what is happening? He's got his band, and they're really good. And
Yeah.
he's very good.
Um,
Very intelligent man. He's got a great book, too, if you ever read it.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know. I guess if you're saying that, he's got this podcast and he's still pretty political. Because my thought was like, I mean, I know he used to be the mayor, but I'm like, now he's just this reality TV show star, and like, I'm thinking like he's be like governor, like Trump governor, because he's a reality star now.
I don't know if I'd want the headache of being in politics today.
Oh, I don't think so either.
I mean, he's making too much money not being away from it. Why go back to it?
Right.
Big ass headache, man.
I mean, if Trump can win the presidency with his campaign, then Jerry Springer should take the governor.
Should be easy.
Should be easy.
I'd hope anything would be better than Kasich.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he ran too, didn't he, for the presidency?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which he actually got his name out there pretty well. He was doing good, but
I live in Kentucky. We've got Bevan, and he's no better. So
I'm from there.
Yeah.
I'm from Covington. Good old Covington.
Ryan Geist and UDF teamed up and created an ice cream. It's called Tropical Truth. I went to UDF to take. I took Lyric to get ice cream last night, and they had it, and I was like, "Oh, can I just try it?" I didn't want to get any, but because I think it's tropical. I think it's like
fruity,
very fruity.
But it's ice cream,
which I'm not big into. But I did get a hint of the beer, like a slight hint of the beer in it, and I didn't hate it. I'd probably never get it again, but it was not.
It's actual ice cream. It's not the other way around.
Yeah, it's actual ice cream. Like kids can get it, but it wasn't bad. I wouldn't eat it a lot though.
It has alcohol in it? Or
no. It's the flavoring of beer.
But don't think I would want my kid to have beer flavored ice cream, even if it's non-alcoholic.
Dude, my kid could have.
Well, I mean, it didn't taste like beer. I mean, it's very fruity. It had that hops in it, is what you could taste.
Then that means like he'll get a taste, or she'll get a taste for beer.
Oh well, I mean, I took a bite and immediately handed it to Lyric. I was like, here, try. It wasn't bad.
After like 14, 15, I wouldn't give a shit. Go ahead, have at it. But like, I don't know.
Anyways, we're gonna go over our list of things to do this week real quick.
I was drinking like red, white, and blue at 7.
Really?
My grandma would give me little sips of hers. She used to put shit ton of salt in it.
My dad said when I was a toddler, I used to steal.
Yeah.
My dad said when I was a toddler, I'd steal his Little Kings. Like he would set it down, and then he would leave the room, and then I'd come back, and I would have done drinking like half of it. We're gonna give our things to do for this week. Starting tomorrow till next Wednesday. Thursday's kind of a big day, honestly. CincyMusic.com's got their relaunch party tomorrow at Southgate House, and it's to celebrate the relaunch of the Cincy Music brand, and they're celebrating that with Dead Man String Band, and that's from 6:30 to 9 at Southgate House, and that's free.
Nice.
Right after that, in the same room, it's in the lounge, Freight Train Rabbit Killers with Love Crush 88 and Rock Bottom String Band are opening at Southgate House. That starts at 9:30, and that is also free. The first show, the return of the Bandstand Bluegrass they have is at Washington Park every Thursday. That one's tomorrow. The first week is Ben Night, and that is from 7 to 10. That is also free. Blessed Union of Souls is playing a free show tomorrow, guys.
Nice.
You don't know who that is, do you? I can tell looking at his face, you didn't know who it was.
What year did they come out?
They're from here. You had to have heard the one song they had, the one single that I can't remember how it goes now. I don't even know. They're from here. They were from Cincinnati, and they blew up really big. They were like a one-hit wonder, and then now they just play free shows around here.
Oh, okay.
But they're playing at Newport and the Levee
The struggle.
tomorrow night, and that's also free. Jake Speed and the Freddies are playing at, I mean, you guys might have heard this. I don't know much about Covington. The Beringer Crawford Museum.
Wait, that's a museum in Covington?
It's in Covington. I've never heard of it.
What's the street?
Or I don't know. I don't have the address.
Mm.
But yeah, Jake Speed and the Freddies is playing at Beringer Crawford Museum in Covington tomorrow night from 7 to 9. That is also free. Old Crow Medicine Show is playing Taft Theater tomorrow. That's at 8 p.m. Tickets are $30 to $50 if they're not sold out.
I Believe was the single from the album Home of Blessed Union of Souls. FYI.
Yeah.
Gotta love the smartphones.
Yeah.
What year does it say they came out?
1990.
You were dead then.
All right.
I was dead.
We're recording again. I went live on my...
Well, I had my paper up. I didn't even notice.
I went live on my personal Facebook page.
I noticed that, yeah.
I didn't even notice it says Josh Howard.
It's a Josh. Oh, Josh, UBC, whatever is live.
I was wondering why
I got a
nobody
little
was.
heads
I was
up
wondering why nobody was
messenger.
commenting or watching. or
Yeah,
anything.
right, yeah. That's my bad, guys.
Hey Facebook, hey Unshaven Modcast Facebook. Thanks for. Sorry, we're technical difficulties, but you're here now, so that's good.
I think I noticed it like 10 minutes ago, but I didn't say anything.
Didn't mention it?
No.
Good job, Dixon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Friday is the Dear Agony EP release party with Nudge from Native Noise hosting at MVP Sports Bar. Opening up is Life After This, Sever the Ties, and Highball. If you can't figure that out, it's obviously a metal show. The show's at 7:30. Tickets are $5. The Summit and Jess Lamb and the Factory have a double release show at Southgate House on Friday. Doors at 8, shows at 9. Tickets are $5, and that is also 18 and up. Dopamine's record release show, which I'm kind of glad to hear like they're doing something again.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
Local punk band that does
Good.
pretty well for themselves.
Alright, it's one way to
Very good.
Having a record release show at Northside Yacht Tavern for the release of Tales of Interest with special guests Slow Death, Flesh Mother, Mikey Erg, and Raging Nathans. Shows from 9 to 2 a.m. Tickets are $5. Pre-sale, $10 at the door. Leonard Skinner's on Friday at Riverbend. Tickets starting at $36.
Free bird.
Free bird.
Right? Is that right? Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Alright.
Bunbury Music Festival starts on Friday, goes till Sunday, shows all weekend. Tickets are, I wrote down, expensive.
I meant to go to that.
Lineup mostly sucks with some good local shows mixed
Who?
in, like the Upset Victory.
Who's
That was
on
all I
there?
wrote.
Well, no, like, who's on there? You can't just say the lineup mostly sucks.
Like
because-
Yes, you can. There's a lot of
AFI.
AFI, though? Is that what it is?
It's a lot of garbage.
Watsky.
I mean, there's some good stuff. There is some good stuff, but not stuff I would pay the prices
That's
for.
so
to-
I don't know what the big,
I paid $100
what's the big
last
band?
year for Sunday,
Do what?
just for Florence
What's
and
the
the
big
Machine.
band there?
Nice.
Have you know Florence and the
Oh,
Machine?
yeah.
Oh, my
the
God.
big band
It was worth it. It was worth every
is-
bit of it.
I don't even know. Because it's not even all like the first year was like Weezer and shit. It was all
It
all
was.
strip rocking.
Well, we're talking
This
last
year it's all like
I think it's
EDM
like-
and indie.
Well, I
and-
think like Muse is there. Maybe that's the big band.
Yeah,
Well, Florence and the Machine
Yeah.
closed out the 3-day.
Here, dude,
Fest
I'll just
last
look
year.
it up, man. I can just look
I don't know. I'm definitely not impressed this year. I mean, I was like kind of
I don't
lightly.
like big festivals.
Killers.
Like,
Honestly,
Killers
like,
was there. Weezer was
so
there.
far with Bunbury, all the artists I wanted to see are very like small or local artists that I could go see anytime I
Bass
wanted.
Nectar.
Yeah, Bass Nectar. That was I think that was Sunday, wasn't
Oh, Bayside was there last year.
Muse on Sunday.
it? Muse on Sunday.
And you got Wiz.
the Rev's
Was-
gonna be there.
Was Khalifa?
30 Seconds to Mars
Khalifa?
They're gonna be
I
there.
don't know.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
on
out.
Sunday.
Death
Are
Cab
they gonna
for
close
Cutie
it out?
Shins.
No, Muse
Decent
closes it
music.
out. AFI and 30 Seconds to Mars.
I mean, there's
Sunday,
some
though.
decent bands there, but I'm not gonna pay that.
They're
price
going
to
Sunday
go.
too.
They're all on Sunday, yeah.
Flog,
I'll probably
Flogging
pay the
Molly.
$100.
Yeah, Flogging Molly would probably be
Watsky.
the
That'd be awesome.
Watsky's
top
on
one that
Sunday.
I would pay.
Reverend Horton Heat's good.
I
Yeah.
paid $100 last year.
Flogging
just
Molly.
Yeah, I
for
love Reverend Horton.
Sunday.
I saw him
I'll
open
do it
up for
again.
Hank the Third.
Oh, I ain't doing it again.
Flogging Molly ain't bad, dude.
Actually,
They're
no, I
fun.
saw Hank the Third open up for Reverend Horton. I had to do it around.
Yeah, there's like Death Cab for Cutie and shit like that.
On Sunday
I
too?
hate
That's
Death Cab
that's
for
on
You
Friday.
hate Death Cab
It's
for
on
Cutie?
I
Friday.
hate Death Cab for Cutie.
What is wrong with you?
I like living. I don't know. I don't want to kill myself anytime soon.
Dude, I love that band.
No one makes
I
you
love
know.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so sad and just depressing to me.
It's good songwriting, but yeah.
I'll follow you into the dark.
I mean, I
Come
can
on, man.
I can appreciate good songwriting and stuff.
That's why I
Like,
play it right now.
That's
I'll
like
play
the
it.
best-
I'll follow you in the dark.
That's
right
like
now.
it's gonna get. We'll get banned from.
I love you
YouTube.
played. I'm
Uh-oh.
about to put it on YouTube right now.
We can't.
I'm playing. I'm not doing that. Wait, let's go.
anyways, moving on from
Wiz
Bunbury.
Khalifa.
You know, I'm sure most everybody knows who's playing there at this point in time because it's this fucking weekend.
Is it?
Um,
I'm sure they're like $100 a ticket.
Saturday is Boardware Incorporated. It's a new company opening up. It's a skate and BMX shop. Grand opening in Mount Orab. Our buddy Sunday Drives is playing that show with Forrest Fox, See You in the Funnies, May Madeline, and The Ruthless. That starts at 10 a.m. and goes to 11 p.m. I don't necessarily know the show schedule.
What
the-
day
the
is
whole-
it?
On Saturday. The whole grand opening from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. I don't know the show schedule, but I mean it's free. Lunchbox is playing at Strauss House. That's from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That is also free. Lunchbox is a great show if you like, jam,
Yeah.
like, Sublime type jam, or like it's Humphreys McGee. That's probably the best thing I can say. Sunday, June 4th.
Oh,
This is kind of interesting little thing I found. The Cincy Blues Challenge, or Germania Park. 25 bands and solo duos compete to determine who will represent Cincinnati at the International Blues Challenge held in Memphis, Tennessee.
Red Bear's Revenge did that one year.
Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't know this existed. Like, I would have gone to that. Like,
We were stood out like a sore thumb. We looked at them, why are you inviting us? Well, we're trying to mix it up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, this is not going to go over well, and it didn't.
I mean, yeah, Redbeard is not straight blues. I mean, you got some blues influence, but you're not blues.
Are you like folky more than like blues, like folk?
Yeah, I don't know what category folk, but some songs I write are country, some are bluegrass, some are country or rock, some a little bit all over the map. That's why I just call it Americana.
Is it like do you know who like of Monsters and Menace?
Yeah.
Like, is it kind of like that?
Yeah, but smaller, not so big soundy. We just got a 3-piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're like folky kind of.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I'd
like
say
them.
same category. Yeah.
I saw them at Bunbury last year. They were amazing.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
Uh,
Sorry.
for the
notes.
The Blues Challenge, the gates open at 11:30. It's $15 to ticket and $10 for members. I guess you gotta be German to be a member. I don't know.
Look at me. I'm half white and half black. Look at me. Do I look German?
You don't look very German.
Sure.
In fact, I think Germans would have hated you.
True, I'm very German. I always tell the running joke because like my great grandfather was from Ireland. I'm like, oh, first black Irishman you ever seen. Anyways.
That's it for music. As far as events go, on Friday we got the Cincitalia at Harvest Home Park. Food, live music, and a mustache competition.
That's that thing you want to go to.
The Cincinnati thing?
Yeah, I went one year. Dude, it's great. It's food, live music, and there's a mustache competition presented by the Cincinnati Beer Barons.
Why are you guys running that?
I did one year. It wasn't bad. Like Mr. Redlegs was there. It was a fun little. I don't.
Why isn't like?
But I had to it's a mustache competition, so I had to decorate my mustache.
Why isn't Lunch of Misfits like?
We don't do competitions.
We're an uncompetitive beer club.
Well, I'm saying hosted.
We feed the homeless. That's what we
You
do.
could have hosted it. I'm like, hey, let me host this.
Well, no, the Beard Barons host the mustache competition.
Why would we take?
Take it away.
Lordy.
They do their thing, we do our thing.
Please know they're friends of mine too.
I know. I mean, I'm still friends with a lot of them. I mean, the more the beard clubs, the merrier. We just do different things.
Right.
It's like the Warriors with beard clubs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We just do different things. I still like a lot of the Beard Barons. A lot of them are great guys.
Yeah.
There's multiple. There's more than just. I just thought that there's two of you apparently, but there's more than just one.
Beard club?
Yeah.
Beard club?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't just think this up.
Yeah, we didn't make.
I mean, I know there was some like internet, like nationally, but I didn't know there was more locally.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Anyway,
Beard Barons are good guys. They just they do things different. We do the feed the homeless, and I think they do like a lot of competitions, and they raise money for charities around. They do a lot for One Way Farm.
Yeah, I was gonna say they do a lot for
One Way
kids.
Farm is their company. Yeah,
That's their big charity, which I think.
September.
Do you know what that is? I think One Way Farm is a
like
charity for abused or children of domestic violence, more or less.
oh wow.
Really good. It's a great play, a great charity.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything they do, pretty much everything they do goes towards that.
Yeah, we play at that event every year they got in September. Southgate House, their competition.
There's a beard competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Get people from all over the world there.
For the record, I was kidding. Don't take that away.
You're such an asshole, Uber.
I don't know those.
I know, I was just messing with you.
Taxi Phil and company.
Yeah, anyway, Cincinnati is Friday from 6 to midnight, Saturday 3 to midnight, Sunday 1 to 9. Cincy Fringe Festival starts this week, which is always fun. I mean, I don't follow it. I don't check out all the events, but if you're ever downtown and you're you're just walking down the road and all of a sudden there's a play going on in the middle of nowhere, that's Cincy Fringe Festival, and I enjoy it. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
As far as events go, I mean, I couldn't really find anything going on Saturday. It was weird.
On
Saturdays,
Saturday?
music and events. I couldn't find hardly anything, and I think it's because Bunbury. Probably nobody wanted to schedule anything during Bunbury. And then Sunday, Taste in Newport.
There's a German festival going on
Taste of Newport.
this weekend too.
That's gonna be bad.
Here's all the information I can find out about Taste of Newport. Taste of Newport, Monmouth Street.
Yep, that's pretty much
Couldn't
it.
tell you
Yeah.
times. I couldn't tell you
Yeah.
anything else besides that. That was all the information I could
Starts whenever, ends whenever.
find. Starts whenever, ends whenever.
Well, it's fitting for Newport.
Yep.
Dude, I love Newport, man.
Newport's great.
I love Newport more than I do Covington.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
And I grew up in Covington.
I live in Dayton, Kentucky, but I always hang out in Newport. Our little corner bar is Coach's Corner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so always hanging out there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Coach's Corner.
You don't know where that's at.
Yeah, me and Rob used to stop in there after we got back from that Salmar
Six
good
and
place.
Hamlet Alley.
Yeah.
What's that one bar that's right there by Mayor's Stop in Bellevue?
Oh, that little
It was
lounge.
green. It was
yeah,
a green
yeah,
bar.
I forget what it was called.
Bellevue's got a brewery now.
Right there by
Darkness.
Resource.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh,
bar-
I meant to tell you too there.
Really?
Darkness, yeah.
Across from Westwood City Hall, Town Hall right here.
Mhm.
That building right there, they took all the windows out and it looks like they're gutting it.
Oh, it's a brewery.
That's going to be a new brewery too.
It's like,
Not surprising.
It's like 4 minutes. From
Every
It's
other
gonna
day.
have-
Every
it'll-
other day. There's
It'll
another
have
one.
open air seating and a stage and all that stuff.
Cool.
Apparently.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's only 4 minutes down the street too.
Yeah.
I still want to go to
We have to
the.
check that out one night.
I mean, they really do open up every other day, but I do want to go to the. Have you heard of Burkus?
I don't think so, no.
I haven't been there yet. It just opened. It's two guys that used to like help run a circus, and they decided to open a brewery. So, at this brewery, they have fire breathers and like hula hoopers and like
Is it
all
the
this
one in
crazy circus shit.
Is it the one in Ludlow?
Yeah, I think it's Ludlow.
Yes, that's the.
I've been there.
What circus was that called?
I don't know.
Yeah, the guy he did a lot with the Children's Hospital.
Oh yeah, like the
His Ringling
Shriners type thing.
yeah, his Ringling Brothers. I guess he worked for them or
Yeah.
did something with
It was
that.
in
I don't think he owned a circus. Like, yeah, he was part of a circus. But
Yeah.
And then he had clowns, and the clowns from Ringling Brothers, they would have this big event down at Children's and all that stuff. And his little place was, he would teach kids, they would come in and juggling, just basically how to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was really neat. And they put on shows. And yeah, I heard they were turning it into a brewery, though.
Yeah,
That's pretty interesting.
I keep seeing pictures. It looks fun.
Yeah.
Circus Mojo.
Yeah.
That was the name of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Danielle. She just texted me.
I don't know. Sounds like bar drinking and circus people performing. Like, it just sounds amazing to me. I don't know why. Yeah. So that's all I got for what's going on this week. Like,
Oh.
Bunbury took the bulk of it.
We've got our annual unbury.
Oh nice.
The Unbury. Unbunbury.
The Unbury.
Unbury Festival.
Like,
and
get away
Friendship.
from everything.
Yep. So that's our goal this weekend, is just get away from everything.
So that's my plan. Next year, I got a plan to go to the weekend before. I'm gonna go to the fucking Cumberland with you, and then go camping with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
It's our 6th annual family and friendship
6th annual?
getaway, yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Nice.
nice. That's been a long time.
Yeah.
Where are you going camping at?
The Old Mill Campground in Friendship, Indiana. It started, obviously 6 years ago. Bunch of musicians just sitting around and everybody's married. We never met anybody's wife because we're always playing 10 to 2. They got kids and such, so we decided to go ahead and just go camping, and we just chose Old Mill, and just I think a handful of us at first, and then it just now, we've had up to 100 people.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
And we have a big potluck on Saturday, and it's just open to the public. Anybody can come in. I think it's like $10 a head, just camp there. So it's really reasonable. They got electric, running water, showers, all that. So I call it more city camping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got all the luxury
Little
still.
amenities.
Yeah, but we cook over fire. We bring the metal grates out, cast iron, everything's over fire. Even got a 4-gallon kettle. We've made soups out there before. And it's quite impressive when you see all the pictures.
Yeah.
And there's all the flames and just cooking.
I meant to
Yeah,
bring
it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I meant to bring my cast iron skillet to fry some catfish. But I was gonna cook that
Well,
one. I
we
ate.
would have
Yeah.
to we would have to catch some catfish to cook some
I caught
catfish.
one. I caught one.
It was 6 ounces.
Oh,
it
That's
really
good
was.
eating. I could have ate him. Though.
6 ounces, man, out of fill the
Yeah.
belly.
I could have ate him. It was a nice little snack.
We pulled it out of the wire. I was like, oh, dude, that's got to be 2 pounds. Like,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I put it.
He's like, oh no, I think it's closer to 4. It was 6 ounces.
My scale could have been off though.
I don't think it was.
I still caught
sure
the
it's
biggest
still good.
fish of the
Yeah.
entire 5 days.
Yeah, you did.
I caught
You
the
did.
biggest fish.
So I mean, do you guys plan this early enough for like everybody's like
What?
by each other?
Yeah, basically, we just it's
Really what?
yeah, the
Well, I
friendship
didn't hear what you guys
camping
said.
thing. Yeah, we kind of pick a spot. We got a good nice spot over by the creek, and I mean, When we first went out there was nobody out there. Sometimes we'd be the only people out there. And the rules for the kids were, if you can't see us, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
There's a creek there, and as long as it's nice, it's that creek is 2 inches, 6 inches deep, and there's a big flat rock out there. We'll take the chairs and tables and coolers and just sit down there and let the kids swim.
Yeah.
And you're in the shade, cooled off all day, and then we cook at night or whatever.
There's some bluegill.
Yeah. Well, it's not that deep. But then you got to pay attention to the weather, though, because it is a flash flood creek.
Oh, is it?
Now, we typically, where we camp, it would take almost 6 to 8 hours before the water would rise up that high. But we've been out there on Whispering Beard Folk Weekend where it just poured.
I want to go to that so bad.
Had to pull RVs out and
Yeah.
everything because the water came over the embankment.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I would love to go to Whispering Beard.
But it's a beautiful park. It's really cool, and it's just kind of grown. We got a center fire piece, and then
Yeah.
we just kind of everybody sets up around
Spreads
it.
out from there.
Yeah, and there's RVs. Some people set up quiet. They'll go on the other side of the place or something like that. But and then we got some friends. They help out. We got a friend who brings out like a big, probably 24 foot by 24 tent. So then we got picnic tables, and we set up everything, and we just kind of hang out in there, and
It's pretty awesome.
We have a for the kids. We do a. What do you call it? Kind of when they go search and find stuff,
Oh, yeah, like a scavenger
Scavenger hunt for the kids.
I am not the only one. I forgot the name of that.
Yeah, I just had brain fart. Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't describe it.
Yeah.
But the kids love it. Plus, it gives the parents a couple hours of freedom.
Yeah.
And of course, the list can get kind of crazy depending on how much alcohol we've had in each other.
Yeah. Right.
One year was collect $20 from Hank. And from and every kid came back with a $20 bill, and I was like, "What's happening here, dude?"
Hank's rich as fuck.
This dude's got like $220 in his pocket. Well, they were just recycling the same $20 bill. His rule was, okay, but take it back. It'll be the last thing you take. Then you got to bring it right back so I can give it to the next kid. And that's how it was working.
That's funny.
All right, but it was fun. We walked around and you just look at stuff and just make a list and just tell the kids go find it. A simple rule.
Yeah.
If you can't see us, then you're out of bounds. It's somewhere in that little, actually that little area is big. I mean, it's a huge green space. So, but yeah, that's what we do every, it's been the first weekend in June here for probably the past 3-4 years.
Nice.
It used to be Memorial Weekend, but everybody's getting pulled in different directions. So then we changed it to this weekend, and now all of a sudden Bunbury, I just said, look, man, you guys decide what weekend I'll be
Well, that's
there.
why it's the
Bunbury, yeah. So
That's funny.
the unbun.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
But musicians come out.
Yeah.
The locals, the mayor, sheriffs, everybody comes out. Corn liquor's being passed around, and we're picking all night long around the fire pit. And everybody's animals are loud, family friendly, and just as my friend Patrick likes to say, no drama.
Yeah.
Keep the drama at home.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
So
That's a good time.
Dude, that just reminded me. I found that it was after last week's show. After I found out about it, but up at Mount Airy Forest, the treehouse. Have you guys been to the treehouse in Mount Airy
They had
Forest?
that drum circle up there, didn't they?
Well, it was called
Is it
the
legit
Treehouse
treehouse?
Spin Jam, and it was like it was basically like hula hoopers and musicians. It was like
Is it
everybody
a
come out and just
legit
play,
treehouse?
have a
This-
good time,
This is
and
the
just
most important question of it all.
Huh.
Is it a legit tree
Yeah,
house?
it's a big
Yeah.
tree house.
Dude, it's a legit giant treehouse.
Is it suspended from the ground?
Yeah.
Yes,
yes.
it was. It was actually
Let's play with me.
what's the word I'm
No,
looking
it's
for?
in there because there's a
Who,
geocache there.
What's the word I'm looking? Who provided the money?
How do we
Huh?
get there?
Marvin Lewis and like a lot of the Bengals
Hulu?
helped fund
Oh,
the treehouse to get it built.
How does one get to the trio?
you just take the path to it. It says treehouse.
You follow the sign, say
Yeah.
treehouse.
Like,
Right.
can you drive to it? Or
No,
do
you walk.
You
walk
drive
to it.
and
It's
you
in the
park
woods.
in the little
Walk,
parking area, and then you gotta
So
walk
if I
down.
gotta walk there, it ain't gonna happen. I mean, but do
Well,
they
how the
still
fuck
have-
else would you get to a treehouse?
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
they- like,
you
it's
think you're
worth-
just gonna roll onto the treehouse?
It's
and park?
worth it, man. It's
Do they
worth
have
it.
Dude, it's
beer?
really cool treehouse, dude. It's worth it.
Do they have beer and
It's a
bourbon?
treehouse, dude.
No, it's just a treehouse. There's not a bartender in there.
Yeah.
I thought it was like
If you would like to take
It's
yourself
in
a
Mount-
bourbon
it's part of the
or
park,
or
Steve.
whatever, take yourself. It's
yeah.
in Mount
I'm
Airy
sure you
Forest.
could take yourself a little
Mount
flask or
Airy
something if you
Forest.
must have a drink there.
Must have a drink in a treehouse.
Mount
That's
Airy-
like the equivalent of being on the lake, but in the air.
Well, Mount Airy Forest, that's the second largest city park in the country behind
Yeah.
Really?
Is that really?
Central.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never knew
Central
that.
Park, New York City.
It's right. That treehouse is right on the other side of the dog park where you take the dog to.
That's a long walk.
1,700, I think, 52 acres.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, I
it's
ain't
a
walking
big one.
shit.
Wow, I didn't
Well,
know.
you're not walking that far. No, you're not going to walk
Yeah,
that
you
far.
gotta walk from one end of the
Path,
forest to the
yeah,
other.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to park you over in Delhi and have you walk to...
Yeah, cool rain.
Cool rain.
That's funny.
Lord.
Enjoy that trail.
That's like that one trail, Appalachian Trail. Like what's it
Yeah.
called? People like hike. Like,
Yeah, I want to do that, man.
Love hiking. That's what
Yeah.
my daughter and I have talked about, taking the
what's that trail called?
Camino de
Appalachian
Santiago
Is
out in Spain.
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah, the pilgrimage.
yeah.
We've talked about that. I guess my bass player's done that twice.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like to go out and do that.
That'd be
So
awesome.
Starting in the Pyrenees and you end up in Portugal.
Nice.
That's if you do the complete loop all the way down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a kind of, I guess, somewhat of a spot up in the north. There.
That's like it's like a religious thing, like going to
Yeah, it was a
Mecca.
Christian pilgrimage that they did.
Okay. It was the equivalent of the Muslim Mecca.
Probably, yeah. I'm not that. But yeah, it's what was it? St. James's Way. They
Nice.
got different names for it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how long it was. There is. It's just a major pilgrimage route. There's movies made about it. From what I understand, it's kind of got a little over commercialized. It's not. It's very easy to get through it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you got to
Yeah.
get you got to get stamped. You have locations. If you don't get stamped, you get the end. You don't get the final. Like you
Yeah,
the
the
stamp or whatever it
yeah,
is they give
the
you.
credit.
Credit, yeah, you got to go back and start over again or whatever they do. But yeah, I guess a Pacific Trail would be a nice one to do too. I saw some guy did it in about 6 months.
Really?
6 months of your life hiking.
Yeah.
I think that's what my buddy
Crazy.
was talking about doing. He was supposed to do it this year, but he bailed because people who are veterans of hiking,
Yeah.
he would never pass it on it this year because this year is supposed to be the worst downfall of rain.
Yeah.
So they can't. He's not going to do it.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. I mean, you're out in
He said like
middle of nowhere, man, for
Some
6-7
parts-
days, from what I understand.
Yeah.
of the trail, like you're walking along an edge, it's like that wide, and it's like a 600-foot
Yeah.
drop into like your death. So I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I would not.
And they've
go
got
do it.
cages set up along the trail that you sleep inside at night.
For bear.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think it'd be
Mother
fun. I
Nature.
think it'd be cool to do.
Mm-hmm. 6 months.
Hocking Hills has got a
Yeah.
new trail, I heard.
Yeah.
I
I
actually
haven't
hiked
been out
that.
to that one yet.
I hiked the cavern.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
the Herbert. What was his name? What do we call it? The people that live in crabs. They call hermit crabs.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so a hermit dude dug out this cavern and turned it into his house.
Yeah.
I hiked his little cavern thing. It was a nice.
There's
hike.
a down in Hazard
I said
too.
Herbert.
There's a Kingdom
I swear I'm
Come
not
State
drunk.
Park.
Which one is it?
It's Kingdom Come State
I haven't
Park
been to
down,
that one,
down
no.
in Hazard. It's got a beautiful trail on it.
We finally, I think last month or maybe a little longer, we finally got to check out Carter Caves.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
That was
those are-
really
Those
neat.
are pretty sweet.
My mom's from Hazard.
Done the Ohio Caverns. I've been up to the one up in Ohio.
Maybe we're related.
Probably. She's from Oneida. However the hell you say
My
it.
parents from Hazard and Pikeville.
Oh, Pikeville, yeah.
Yeah.
Beattyville. I got friends
Yeah,
and family down in
yeah.
Lee County. Yeah, just outside of Slade,
But yeah, that
which is a dry county, so you
Right.
always got to backpedal
yeah.
to get your liquor or
That-
find a bootlegger.
Yeah.
Dollar beers.
Mhm.
It's like buying beer from a bar at 2
Yeah.
a.m.
Right. But yeah, down there in Hazard, it's pretty awesome. I like it down there.
I don't think I've been through Hazard
Yeah.
yet.
Just the old coal mining city.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of that.
Is it
in
Clay
Kentucky.
County? Is it Clay County? My grandpa on my mom's side, my mom's dad, he actually sued some coal mining company.
Oh really?
They
They
like-
get hurt.
No, he had a black loan.
Oh, did
And
he?
he they got like $100,000 or something,
Yeah.
something like that.
The dirty, dirty business.
Oh yeah.
Generations and generations have depended on it.
They've got tours down there where you can get in the mine car and ride down into the old
I'm
mine
good.
shaft.
I'm good,
way in
man.
hell,
Yeah.
Dude, I wanna
There's
do it so
way in
bad.
hell I would do that. I mean, it's in my blood, and I still would not do that.
When I was in Hawaii, we go out in the lava caverns and stuff.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty cool.
scared.
We
tight
jump
spaces.
off a 50-foot cliff, man. Just land right in this pile of lava rocks. It's like landing in sponge, man. You just
Yeah.
suck it and you just get right out and do it again. Like, hell yeah. Any higher? Let's come on.
Oh,
Yeah, I was stationed out there in the Marine Corps. Lived out there for 2 years.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, 2.5 years. And yeah, there's you can go snow skiing in Hawaii too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Island, Hawaii. I think the Big Island, Hawaii has 2 slopes.
In the upper elevation.
Yeah, man. Get up high enough, it gets
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it just blew my mind. I was like, Hawaii, hot.
Go snow skiing in Hawaii, man.
Oh, shit.
There's that high of elevation in Hawaii?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Just like in California.
That makes sense now, because like there's a volcano and there erupts every year, so it makes it bigger.
Yeah,
and
Hawaii's
bigger.
constantly growing. I think daily. I think it's lava's. I don't know the name. I can't remember. It's Mauna Loa, Mauna Ko, Mauna Kea. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Lea. One of them I think is constantly flowing. I think all the time.
Mhm.
I know there was a time when I was like 13 or 14. We were on our way to Salt Lake City. We were somewhere in Colorado. It was July, and I made my grandparents stop on the highway because there was I saw a spot that I could climb up to and get snow.
Yeah.
I was like, it wasn't that far away, and I was
Yeah.
like, I can go get it. And so I went up and got it. I brought a couple snowballs down in the middle of July. It was like 90 degrees. I'm wearing tank tops and shorts, holding snowballs.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
amazing.
It was interesting. Yeah. So man, let's talk about you for a little bit.
Me.
You're the reason. You're here for a reason, right?
Yeah. I just don't drive up here for no reason.
Yeah.
Unless it's a gig.
Let's start at the beginning, man. Because I mean, you've kind of built a little bit of a name for yourself. How did you get started in all this? Like, where did it begin?
Well, let's see. Back in I got out of the Marine Corps in '95, and I think in about '96 or something, we were watching MTV Unplugged. Made a comment to my girlfriend at the time, and I said, I really love the acoustic guitar and the piano. I said, they're just 2 really songwriting instruments. I just
What
love
show
the
was
purity of them. Yeah.
What show were you watching?
Oh, it was MTV Unplugged. I don't know which. It was like Stevie Ray or one of them,
Uh-huh.
Nirvana. Yeah, it was one of their Unplugs, the acoustic series they
Right.
did. And I can't remember specifically. Well, that Christmas later on, I got a acoustic guitar. She had bought me just a simple cedar top, regular guitar. And so, internet was coming along. I think we might have still been doing dial-up back then. I don't know. It's been so long. And then, so you buy the books, you find the tabs on the websites, and I think UltimateGuitar.com. I think that's been around, like one of the first
One
ones.
of the first, yeah.
And, you learn every opening lick to every song that you ever heard or your parents made you listen to, and then, but me, I don't know. After about a year of it, I got a little frustrated because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And then finally, I met John Riddell. And John Riddell is with the Cincy Blues Society. He's my mentor for everything I do right now. Is John.
Nice.
He just kind of he says, "What's wrong, man?" He goes, "You're right. You got great rhythm, this and that." I said, "Well, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with this thing over here. Why is it telling me to make these shapes and stuff?" And so he just started explaining it to me, and then got some friends in the basement, as anyone would, try to put a band together, and then we're just jamming, playing all our favorite cover tunes. I mean, it ranged from the Guess Who back at some old stuff to we did Toto, Africa. We'd break into then we did like Pumpkins, and we were all over the map. We were just doing whatever songs that whoever the group wanted to do, they brought to the table. So, but it got to the point, man, there'd be like 40, 50 people hanging out in my house listening to us play, and I'm like, let's go out to the damn bar, man. Get these people out of my house. We get some money. None of them wanted to do it, so I talked to John about it, and I was like, and he was just like, just book a gig. If they don't want to play it, then, we'll put a band together. He's been in the scene for 30, 40 years. He knows enough people. We can put a band together.
Right.
So basically, booked a gig at Club Trios Lounge up there in Coleraine at Springdale Road. And
yeah, we know that place. That's actually a big hangout for our club. Our big club. We hang out there a lot.
They get that nice, they've done a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've never actually seen it before.
You said trios?
Yeah, it was pretty
I
bad
heard.
before.
Yeah, I've heard. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I remember what it used to look like. I'm like, no, it's all been like this since I started coming here.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, it was just run down. It was just not being upkept.
Yeah.
So I guess somebody new came in there or something happened. And now they've got the volleyball court stages, all that stuff. So I got friends playing there again. But going back, so we booked this gig 3 months out. You know, we pretty much had 3 hours of music with breaks and everything. That's enough over a 4-hour span.
Right.
And I told them, I said, hey, man, I booked this gig. You guys want to play it? Nope.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we even practice again ever. I think they scattered like roaches. I think that was it. So I called John and I said, yeah, it didn't go well. So he got a drummer in who's Mike Sontag. Michael Sontag is a phenomenal drummer. He was in a heavy metal band called Liquid Nation, I think it was. And they have like a once a year get together thing. Awesome. But here we are telling him to play blues now, which is, which he nailed. I was very surprised. And then we had Ashley Martin on bass, and we went out and played this 4-hour gig. And we called it JB Nation for Jam Blues Nation. That's all we did was just jam a bunch of blues stuff because that was the easiest thing to go and do within 3 months with guys that never played with each other. I think we had 2 rehearsals, and that was it. So that was like 1997, maybe. It was within 2 years I had played out. Finally got paid and considered a professional.
Yeah.
But then that just kind of snowballed into other stuff. Didn't have a clue, as far as I knew So Alimonies and Sudsies and all that, but I wasn't doing originals at all.
Mm-hmm.
I was still trying to learn how to play the damn guitar.
Right.
And nobody else wanted to sing, so now it's like, okay, now I got to learn how to sing and play. But this is going to be a rough decade. So it took time. I basically just decided to focus on the guitar and put the vocals, and I was screaming at people, like in a karaoke. It was terrible. I listened to some of the recordings and tapes. I'm like, God, I can't believe I played that out live like that. What was I thinking? It's totally embarrassing. Like, I can't believe I'm still getting hired.
That's funny.
But
I guess you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, so, it rolled into. I met some people, and then we had a band called 2 Days Away, which was started off kind of Rob Vance, myself. I had this open mic I did every Wednesday over in Coleraine, and he popped in one time, and we really hit it off. And he was doing a lot of that newer upbeats kind of I don't know what you call it, the Goo Goo Dolls kind of stuff, but he had the perfect voice for it. It was fun. It was party music, man. I was like, sweet, dude. We're top 40 jukebox band. This would be fun. I rode that wave for a while. We were like the house band at Double D's in Fairfield for a while. That was Mount Adams was a blast, and we were doing all that stuff. And then Rob moved away, and then so by that time we had a bass player and a drummer. And we basically added keys, and then we just totally changed everything. Should have changed the name. That was kind of a rookie mistake. We decided to come back out as like a new revised 2 Days Away because we had so much money and time invested in this 2
Days away.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous name. I don't even know why we kept it. So
2 more days away.
It basically that turned into just a jam rock band. We met up with some other guys. MySpace now is a thing. So MySpace was great for musicians to fucking meet each other, man. That was awesome.
Oh, it was. I think it's even better. I think that was even better than what even Facebook offers.
Yeah. I think it was great to network, and it was so easy, and it was kind of built up like that.
When did MySpace come out? What year?
I don't know, man.
I don't know off the top of my head. No.
Like 98, 99, maybe.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm. It was definitely late 90s.
Yeah.
Because it didn't die out till, I think, 2005.
I want to say 6.
Maybe 6,
I didn't
2006.
start using it until like 05.
Because that was when Facebook really started to take over. It was like 2005, 2006. Because I got Facebook in 2004, but I was in college then. And in that time, it was only offered to college students. Yeah, when Facebook started, you could only get it if you were in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't open to the public. And when I got it, it was only because I was in college, and that's how everybody in college communicated. And then it eventually opened up to the public, and then that's when it went crazy. And Yeah, dude, MySpace used to be awesome back in the day for bands and
Yeah.
just like networking. And
Well, that's how I started meeting other bands all over the states and all that. Before you know it, you're just kind of like, there's us and 2 other bands, and we spent like 3 summers just networking together. And we were setting up weekend shows, and people had a field party, needed bands. I mean, there's 3 bands, and then from 3 different, all over the state of Ohio, it got band members from all over the states, and so it was real easy to get word out and find words. So you got 15, 20 people coming together, and from all over the state. Man, we were just booking and playing all these hippie jam band festivals. I mean,
That's
we've
awesome.
had some great bands.
So,
great
I mean, when you were in
musicians.
this 2 days band, was it still an acoustically driven band, or was there like actual distorted guitars? And
after
full
Rob had
band?
left, we went electric.
Gotcha.
Got the Les Paul out, I started getting into that part, and then we were doing like Allman Brothers, Floyd, and we were having fun, man. We're doing all some
Nice.
cool stuff, and then we start writing originals. We had written originals with the original 2 Days Away, but now more of my southern rock, classic rock upbringing from my parents was coming out now, and a lot of this. So, we would go to festivals because now we know all these musicians. It was like we were a sound man's nightmare, because now it's like, all right, we're going to have to set up 3 drum sets, 2 full kits. We got a hand percussionist, so we got 3 drummers. So how many mics is that going to be, and then, we're going to have 3 guitar fronts, a keyboard player. We're going to have some singers over here for harmonies. I mean, we're setting up 12-piece bands on the go, on stage, and you found out who was equipped with the sound and who wasn't, and then you just kind of had to figure out, well, okay, I guess we won't use that guy, we won't use this, but we shows we'd have, 2, 3 drummers up there having a blast.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Same thing, Dead Day, Allman Brothers, a lot of bands have done that.
Yeah.
A double drummer system, 3 drummers in the Allman Brothers case with a hand percussionist.
Yeah.
I think Grateful Dead, they had a hand percussionist too, didn't they? I can't remember.
I
I know they had 2
shit about the
kids.
Grateful Dead.
Yeah, well, that's
Couldn't tell you
everybody's
anything.
cup of tea, different cups of tea. But yeah, so then 2 Days Away, kind of turned over to me. Basically, I had just kind of faded it out. We had some friends, really good friends of mine, Josh Munneman, Josh Howard. They had this 2-piece, kind of get into a band thing. 2 Days Away was kind of fizzling out. They needed a drummer. They needed this, and it was like, well, so we just merged the bands. What was left of his and what was left of mine, and that became Shoot Out the Lights. We had a couple goofy names to try to get through a few gigs until we figured out what it was, and then I stayed with that for a while, but I could see that I was growing apart from where the direction they were going. So then that led into Redbeard's Revenge, which was totally. They were doing more of, power rock, blues stuff, crafted songwriting tunes, really well layered tunes. Me, I was just like, I was starting to get into like my study and my where I was going musically and just with the theory and knowledge. I was like, well, cool, man. I'm gonna check out country for a while,
Which I think Redbeard's Revenge is I guess around the time I met you. It might have been before Redbeard's, because I actually wasn't even in Beard Barons at that point in time. It was the one random night at Naughty Pine. You were doing an open mic, and I was like the drunk guy, the only one listening to you, like, dude, you're fucking awesome. Like, I just remember, I was so impressed. And that was the night that I met you. And, I came up and I was like, dude, that show was amazing. And
who knows what I did up there?
I don't know.
Naughty Pine Sportsman Club.
Yeah, it was just you by yourself at Naughty Pine, and I was like, dude, this guy's awesome. That's essentially kind of how I met you.
But yeah, so Redbeard's
Drunkenly
Revenge
memorized.
ended up being a 4-piece, basically power band. I was doing acoustic mainly, although I was doing some electric stuff in there, but I was fading. I started acoustic, went electric, now I was phasing the electric back out.
Right.
Because I was really getting into the songwriting part. Now my vocals were starting to I was like, okay, the guitar's getting easy. I got to figure out how to sing to people, how to tell a story, how to talk.
Right.
And then I just realized, I talked to a friend who was an opera singer. I said, she showed me some exercises, this and that, but she's like, what's the problem? I was like, I feel like I'm always yelling at everybody. Like I'm starting off blew my load and I got nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you come out of the gate swinging. What are you going to do then?
Right.
So it was just a matter of breathe, simplify your talking, just make it easy for you, and before you know it, it just creates a nice fun range sometimes for you. So that
Nice.
was Red Beer's Revenge was a collaboration of brand new stuff and some of the older stuff late 2 days away that kind of transcribed better to a Red Beer's Revenge setting. But it was fun, man. It was great. Jason Gay, who was from the Stapletons. He was my hired gun when it came to guitars. Guy had a 12-string Rickenbacker. He played pedal steel. I mean, he had some great toys.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and at that time, everybody's like, "Well, you play good lead," and it's like, well, the problem with me is I didn't really, I still wanted to strum everything. It's like, well, how do I integrate? It was just I can't sit back and do all that great sweet bends yet and sing over it. Now I can, but back then I couldn't. So he was excellent to have with us, and Dan Beckley, he was our Danimal on the drums, man. He set the volume. He's like, "Is that how loud we're gonna be tonight, boys? Let's get it on then."
Oh yeah.
And Jason Wilcoxon was our preacher. He was our dirty pastor bass player, and he was also. What was nice about Jason too is when we had acoustic shows, Jason could play an upright,
Oh yeah.
the double bass,
that's
and the
awesome.
electric
That's awesome.
bass. And then Dan, he's also very well versed in hand percussions too.
Oh.
So djembe typically worked out, or a cajon worked out really well for when we did anything acoustic. But then, I still kept searching for more. We came out with that album, and it was like, well, I'm going to follow up. But the problem was I just kept focusing on the songwriting and songcrafting so much. It took me to J.J. Cale, it took me some of our best songwriters ever. And I was like, and then I met Danielle. And then Danielle sang harmonies with us there at the end with Red Beer's Revenge, but I was doing more. Well, what was also happening too is I was getting more professionally into it. An acoustic solo was a great way to manage things. When you just got 5 guys in a band, you're trying to do a gig every night, you're going to be lucky to make $20 a head sometimes, and that just ain't going to cut it. Sometimes you need to slide a $250 acoustic gig in there, to make things ends meet.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'm sure you gotta come in and put everybody's vision.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody's worth. I'm hiring professionals. I want to give them professional money.
Yeah.
So you gotta balance that. So, but I found out I was getting more in the acoustic stuff. I was getting more. I was I miss playing in a rock band. I do. But I was getting. You're dealing with a lot of married people, a lot of kids. It's tough to juggle and keep things together when I'm trying to do it professionally. So I kind of stepped back and wrote some new songs and met Danielle. And like I said, and then her and I started doing duets, and then that would turn into basically Moonshine and Wine, as we know today.
Nice.
So that's where that all came from, and that long-winded.
Which I mean, is
story.
it fair to say, like, I don't know if this is a compliment or an insult to you, but like, could you compare your guys' self to like Civil Wars, but like a little twangier?
Yeah,
Civil Wars.
Yeah, definitely. Civil Wars. We do a Civil Wars tune. We do 20 years with our own, as I like to say, with a side of Moonshine and Wine, because I do take songs and. With John being a great mentor, he said something to me a long time ago. He's just like, you make it your own. And I feel like I've always taken that to heart. Now I do nowadays, because I'm now even better and smarter and more into theory. Now it's like, well, I'll learn that song. Now I can learn that song note for note and break it down and chart it out for everybody and say, okay, this is what I think you should do. Let's try this. And we have rehearsals and we see if it works. And you hire guys smarter than you,
Yeah.
Because I mean, anytime there's been I was talking about music with somebody, and you guys, I would bring you up in conversation, and I never knew if it was like an insult, but I was like, I wanted to describe you like as Civil Wars, but different. Like, a little bit more twang. Like, it's the same concept, but different.
They were definitely more prettier than us.
Yeah.
Even their sound is very polished.
Very polished, almost poppy, and then somewhat melodic. Like,
yeah, very melodic, and it's going to be some sad stuff, some fun stuff. I mean, it was a couple, I should say. I mean, so there obviously going to be a lot of lovey-dovey and life stuff, and but yeah, I mean, Civil Wars is a good one. Julie and Angus Stone, I really am a big fan of them. Yeah. They like, and I like how, and it's funny because they'll do simple stuff too, and then all of a sudden, they got a full band, and it's like, boom, I like that. I like eclectic. I've realized I've just become an eclectic musician. I'm not going to stop at one genre and draw the line in the sand, I guess. I don't mind doing swing, doing a minor swing tune and then go right into Ryan Adams, whatever. It's That's how Europe radio is. Why can't it be on my stage?
Right.
That's funny.
Do what I want, man. Yeah. They keep hiring me back. They must like it.
That's funny. So, you guys just brought out a new album, huh?
Well, we released one last summer, yes. And,
I mean, super new, but...
Yeah, it's called New Beginnings, and it's basically just kind of starting off fresh.
Now,
something
do
different.
You have your bass player on this?
Yes, actually, this CD is a 4-piece. We have a violinist, too. And there's some of the songs get different layers. Like I put mandolin and banjo on one song. We've added kazoo,
Yeah.
So here in the studio, our studio was my kitchen.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it was real easy to real easy to hang up blankets in the bathroom and make a sound booth real quick. 20 feet away or. I had 50-foot cords. I tell the musicians, just walk around my apartment. When you find a sweet space, we'll tape it off, and that's where we'll set you up.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a hallway going down the stairs. I got stairs that go up. I mean, these stairs are like 45 degrees. It's a mountain. But if you stand on top, you put a mic right in front of them, and then you can set one down there and just work and find a sweet reverb spot. We had fun doing it.
That's kind of cool.
Master your spots. I did stereo recording on the basses, so I had to teach myself how to phase properly, and we had fun. So I liked it, because the first one we did, Redbeard's Revenge, we signed with Soul Records out in Bright, Indiana, and we went in there and we had been playing these songs hard for a year. We've been playing in bars, and we've been working hard. And we went in there, dude, and we cut it. I mean, I was thinking the drummer was done in 2 days. I don't know. He was done the first day. I don't know if I had him come back the second day. I don't even know, but he may have came back the second day. But I mean, after that, it was just come back in here, do this and that. Maybe it's a lot of mixing, but anyway. So Moonshine and Wine was nice because it was just like me now.
Yeah.
Sweet, I don't feel rushed. I don't feel like, because when I felt, with Redbeard's Revenge, it was what it was at that time.
Right.
That's who I was.
It's definitely, because I've seen Redbeard, and definitely a different sound. It's definitely a very different direction.
Oh yeah.
To what Moonshine and Wine is now.
Yeah, Moonshine and Wine. Moonshine and Wine kind of got me into the duets. It's like I've never been in a duet. Now I got to learn. Now I got to actually learn how to sing.
Right.
Make sure I'm in key and make sure that I'm actually singing on time, or at least that we're on the same page.
Right.
Because I still have a very bad habit of switching the vibe up.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I've seen a lot of your stuff. I've seen your solo stuff. I've seen Redbeard's. I actually have not been out to see Moonshine and Wine. I mean, I'm sure you'd have known if I was
see
there.
your hand, man.
I know. Man, I was just Nudge. I was talking to Nudge today from EBN. He plays on Native Noise on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to him. I was like, because he even goes complaining about it. Like, we just don't get to see as many shows as I used to. Like, I got 3 kids now. One's in high school, and she's in show cards and drama club and like everything else, and like one's in soccer, and like I'm just like constantly running. But I did ask you today what was your favorite YouTube link, because I shared it, but that's all I've been able to watch so far is like YouTube, like all your guys' YouTube videos, and I was like, and a lot of them are fan posted.
Yes.
And so I was just like, well, what's your favorite one? But that's actually how I've actually been able to listen to, watch you guys so far.
Yeah.
I don't get out much. I have a really hard time.
we've got a good friend of ours, Brian Cast. He's actually starting to put together an image portfolio of us, videos and such, and we're going to start putting. We're going to make an actual video,
Nice.
and start getting some real things out there, because it's like how can you sit here and release CDs and have all this stuff go on tour, and it's like you don't have an actual video.
Yeah.
It's like it's frustrating, and to me the problem is it's like I don't know what to do. Like I don't like posing.
Right.
I hate standing still for a picture. That's why I usually like the live shots. I'm always sharing the live shots. I
Yeah.
hate just standing there. Watch paint dry.
Right.
You gonna put me in front of a barn? Why? I don't live on a barn. You gonna put me out in the field? I don't live in the
Yeah.
field. I don't know. So it's like, so he's kind of been following us around here and there to different shows. He's gonna be coming to our rehearsals and things like that. But he's a professional cameraman. He's actually he's a Grammy winner.
Nice.
So, which he's just a friend of ours. I mean,
Yeah.
just saying. But he's a professional. So it's going to be exciting for me, because it's going to teach me something about that art, the side of the art that I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
take pictures. I just play guitar and sing songs.
Right.
Which, I mean, like, I hope I don't mean any offense by this, but, like, because, I've seen Redbeard a couple times.
Yeah.
And I have yet to see Moonshine and Wine. But from what I've heard of Moonshine and Wine, I definitely like that better. Like, that's more my tempo. Like, Redbeard is always, like, a great, like, almost kind of, like, fun, almost party band. I mean,
Yeah.
they had some originals in there, but you had some really good covers in there also. And I was like, but Moonshine and Wine is, like, I like the mellow, just the nice ambiance of it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the acoustic. I just, that's the whole reason why, I can't afford a piano yet. So, but I love the acoustic, and having a double bass there, and then with Danielle, what she adds with her vocals, and now we stepped her game up. Now we gave her some shakers and told her, took her to Guitar Center and said, just start playing with stuff, see what you like, and she found some stuff, and then now she's a friend lent her a snare with some brushes.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we started doing that. That's probably a year ago. I don't know, maybe longer. I don't know. But we started integrating that. So now, here she's gone, learning how to play this, keep
Yeah.
the beats and such. But now it's gone to the point where she's actually, giving that kit back to the friend and bought new kits and new stuff. She's done research. Our bass player now is also a drummer, so he's been a great help as far as mentoring her, and that helps me because I don't speak drum.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what kind of beat you want? I don't know, rat-a-tat-tat, man. That's
Yeah.
4 on the floor,
Yeah,
let's
I'm the
go.
same way. Like, I had mentioned Rickenbaugh over here earlier. I mean, I don't know. Like, I know you gave him some guitar lessons for a while.
Yeah.
But that dude is a metal drummer. Like, I've heard him play drums before. I don't know if you've heard him play
No,
drums
I don't
before. Like,
remember
I mean,
if I
that
have or
dude
not.
just crazy on the freaking drums. But I don't know. You meet people and you just don't know those kinds of things. That you see this guy Josh Rickenbaugh playing an open mic and he's singing the saddest music ever. But in reality, he's also a metal drummer. Like,
Hey, man, you get all releases for all types.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I sometimes I look at my Les Paul and I look at my electric stuff and I itch, but it's like I don't have nowhere to go to release that. Unfortunately, I don't. I live in an apartment. I just can't crank it out and just start going to town. Now I can plug it into some headphones and go through some some apps and stuff on the computer, and I can put that stuff's pretty cool. I mean, you can get some crazy stuff going on. Before you know it, you're like, so I think I just wrote an electronica folk tune. It goes something like this.
Yeah.
Just some
That's
crazy sounds. Like, okay, but it's just I'm not in the boys' band room, or just rocking out with some other dudes, just getting loud.
Right.
So our rehearsals are definitely more mellow. They're definitely more organized. We keep notebooks when what did we talk about this week? Because it got to the point like. We haven't seen each other in 3 weeks because we've been gigging or whatever. What were we working on? It's like just going in circles here, man. So get smart, and it pushed us along. And we've got new songs. We're working on a new album. And it's kind of, I haven't been in a rush of writing songs because I got Eli as a new bass player with us, and Danielle's growing as a percussionist, and I'm growing as in what I'm doing. So it's kind of like, well, we're going to definitely keep riding this train and see where it goes. but it's like, you know, I don't know what I want to write. I don't know what, you know, I don't know how I want to write this. Like, I've been really into the swing, jazzy, blues stuff, but that's something to me is it's like something totally different. You know, it's like it's cool, it's fun, but it's something different. It's nice to maybe pull one or two of them out during the night if you're at this right show or something. But it's like, okay, well, but what do I want these to do? So what I've been writing is I've been keeping journals, and so I've been going back to the journals. Like, that was a funny story. So I've been writing about, you know, I got a song about Friendship, Indiana, Somerset, Kentucky. I got one about this State Route 444 to Enid, Ohio that I just happened to see, and I was like, can I get that in a song? And we did, and yeah, so we got some. So it, like, I call it the traveling songs, you know, just stories out of the journal.
Right. That's all. That's kind of cool, though. I mean, it's a good idea. Definitely a good idea.
Which could be the name of the album. Stories out of the journal.
So you're writing music. You got a guy following around with a video camera, so you can make a video.
Being stalked.
What do you got coming up else in the future? We're gonna. I mean, you got more shows.
Oh,
you got,
yes. Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got? What kind of shows you got coming up here?
Well, month of June, we are going to be the artist in resident at Southgate House Revival, which is every Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. 3 acts, including ourselves. It's a free show in the lounge.
It's every Wednesday.
This will be every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we've got Daniel Wayne, fantastic singer guy. I mean, this guy came out with an album, dude. He got some great pieces. Brian Olive helped him out with it. It was just a good album. He lived like 10 years. He was originally from Cincinnati, moved to Brooklyn, built a name out for himself out there, and then he moved back here, closer to his family. In fact, we did a tour last year, and he drove out, helped us get this show together in Brooklyn, and we had a sold-out room. He headlined, he did great, and Bucky Hayes was another guy in the bill that I've had at my old showcase that I used to run at Southgate House. I've had that stuff. Kind of payback now. That's just how it works. We network together. Hey, you got a show, you want to come play, you know.
Trading favors.
But I'll be in Brooklyn. Can you make it?
Right.
Sure. The Jims. I don't know if you guys know Jim Snowden or not. Very talented musician.
Edward Snowden.
Yeah, no, we not the same guy. But so that'd be the first week, and I would sum that up as just going to be it's going to be a good fun, some good rock tunes actually, some good songwriter tunes, and then the second week we've got Bill Hall from Common Center. Common Center, have you guys heard of them yet?
I've seen their name around.
There's like 8 or 9 of them in this band, and they're good. They're good.
Yeah, I've seen their name around. I don't know much about them. I've saw that posted here and there.
Band. But Bill Hall's coming. Yeah, you can find them guys. You know, drums, sax players, violinists, keyboard player. I mean, these guys would get 9 people in a Wonder Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. The piano player would set up behind that Volkswagen there.
Right.
I mean, that was his spot.
How does that work?
Perfect.
Yeah.
God, like I've seen like 3 of you guys out there. I'm like, man, it's crowded.
Oh, they work that. They make it work, man. You know, and yeah, it's just kind of funny how they make it work. And the other act on the 14th is Equator Bear. This is Ely Burkhart and Dan Zimmer, and they make a lot of fun noise for a 2-piece. Dan is a pianist, songwriter. Think, you know, Jerry Reed, Billy Joel. You know,
Cool.
You know, and then Elia plays the drums. But Elia is our bass player, so he's a multi.
Which I was just looking into him today because the newest pictures, I think, from the Derby or whatever.
Yeah, the Derby Day, yes.
I was like, that looks like the caddy from Happy Gilmore.
Yes. I'll let him know that. He might be listening. He might find out.
That was just my thought. That wasn't even a bad thing. I was just like, that dude looks just like the caddy.
He's a hard worker. He's a professional, too. I mean, he does his solo stuff, and I think he's in 2 other projects, and then he's got this. I mean, I don't know. I know he's got his hands probably 5, 6 different things.
Wow.
Yes, so. But they're a lot of fun. Man, it's going to be I can't wait to hear that night. The 21st is kind of going to be our, like, duet night. So we got the Twig and Leaf, which is a couple, Shar and Banjo.
I've definitely heard that name.
Yeah, so we got them coming in, and then we got the Tubies, which is Misty and Jeff Herholtz of the Newbies. So they're the Tubies when they're not with the band, the Newbies. But so we've got them coming in the 21st. And then the last night, the 28th, is a lineup that I'm kind of stolen from Stephen J. Williams. He has a showcase once a month at Crow's Nest called the Whiskey Chronicles, and so he invited us to play a couple months ago, and we met Warwick and Lowell, two brother harmonies, freaking tastic, man. Definitely worth checking them out. And then Stephen J. Williams, he's a good old boy from Alabama, singing some good old boy tunes. Great, and he's got Hank Becker from Rubber Knife Gang. He'll be he'll be his side man sitting in with him.
I know the band.
night.
I didn't know the name, but
yeah,
I know who he was.
So, but that's our Wednesday nights. We're looking forward to it. I mean, we've got other shows too. I mean, we've got June 11th. We do a Boswell's in Northside. It's a nice little family-friendly restaurant thing. 4:30 to 8, usually outside on the patio if it's beautiful. And then that night we got a double duty. That wraps up at 8, and then we just got to go about I don't even know 6 blocks down the road to the Listing Loon and play a songwriter night there. And then we got an out-of-town weekend run. Chillicothe, Ohio, Steiner Speakeasy on the 23rd, 24th, Phoenix Brewery in Mansfield, Ohio, 25th, Brew Fountain in Bell Fountain, Ohio. All three of them are just fantastic places. It's just something that we've kind of been hitting these places up continually here.
Right, nice. Yeah.
There's a couple other good little places up in Ohio and such, and that's kind of what I've been doing. And usually every other year I'll plan like a vacation, 10, 14-day trip, and we'll tour along the way. But it'll be more a vacation too, sightseeing, doing whatever. This year I'm just going to kind of focus regionally. We found a nice little place in Paris, Kentucky. It's close, and just kind of finding these breweries and these wineries are popping up everywhere, and that gives people like our acts a lot more places to play. So,
definitely does.
Man, you know what? You mentioned Crow's Nest, and I used to live when I was in my early 20s. I lived on Overlook.
Yes.
I lived 4 buildings down from the Blue Note.
Yep.
But living there is how I found the Crow's Nest. So that became our bar of choice, because you can go to the Blue Note where every college kid and their mom hung out, or you can go to the Crow's Nest. But back then, dude, they didn't do the music shows that they do now. And God, I miss the Crow's Nest so bad. I've been there so long, but I was just like, fuck, I wish they did that when we lived there. When we lived there, I did it because, I could walk there.
Yeah, the Whispering Beard crew kind of, they hang out there, they work there, and they start bringing the bands in there. So that kind of turned it over a little bit towards that.
Dude, that's so awesome. I'm kind of glad that worked out for them, because I always love that. Great food. Like, you go there in the day, like the fish.
Yeah, the fish. Yeah, they're known for that fish.
Fish is amazing. But
yeah, that's kind of what we're doing in June. It doesn't sound like a lot, but for me, it'll be busy enough.
Yeah.
So. And you never know, because stuff pops up all the time too.
I thought I was busy.
Right.
Yeah. And then you throw in rehearsals, and because that's not even the side projects that I'm doing. So I've got with John Riddell, as I mentioned earlier, the mentor. Him and I did a show at Southgate House, and we did go back and we did learn some more memorization tunes, as I call them. Actually, the Minor Swing by Django Reinhardt,
right?
Tico Tico, which is like there's so many different versions of it, but we did a version of that, and just these just our own interpretations of songs, and it's the guy is so good, and he doesn't use a pick, and he's just on his guitar, and you're like, how are you pulling that off with no pick, man? I can't, but it's what he's been doing all his life. So, and then I have the Coach's Corner crew. The owners there, they like to play guitar. And I got a friend that plays guitar, which is the Brian Cass guy, the photographer I was telling you about.
Yeah.
So they were always doing like a kind of a party event, once a month in the summer thing, and they'd get together and they just sing all their favorite cover tunes, whatever they may be. And so I kind of started getting into that, like, oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. So now we've been getting together on Monday nights and for some shows coming up. We just had one, and so we've been learning. It's kind of fun. It's been great for me to go back and revisit these tunes, like "Breathe" and "Hey You," like a bunch of Floyd tunes, but even some of the softer, tunes like the Pocahontas from Dylan and Neil Young, excuse me. So Simon and Garfunkel tunes, just stuff that my parents grew up with, but it's cool to go back in there and say, okay, I won't have to hold the strum and sing now.
Yeah.
Now I can just kind of focus on the harmonies and actually learn all them cool licks and notes and like, what's he, that finger picking on Hey You, I mean, that's, okay,
Well,
I'll memorize that, let's do it.
We've heard you talking about how good you've gotten in the past 10 years. Let's see it.
Ah, Lordy.
Let's
All right.
see how
Let's
good
see.
you've gotten in the past 15 years?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You want me to play how I used to play when I first started?
No, we don't want that.
You don't want that one.
We want to see how far you've gotten. We don't need a comparison.
So, you want me to sing one? You want me to just play? What do you want me to
Do whatever you want to do, man. Whatever makes your heart happy.
Whatever makes my heart happy. All right, well, I'm going to sing one about friendship since we're going to Friendship, Indiana. This is one of brand new ones.
I'm planning on doing that next year.
And it's just something that I kind of started with about a year ago, maybe. I just sitting down and just melody just kind of started coming in my head, and so I just kind of stuck with it to see what I can do, and so it goes a little something like this.
All right, let's try it out.
Watching the sky fall with you along a narrow creek, while the day slows to a slow hum of folk singers and party seekers, looking for their next venture collaborators to share tall tales and long fables, haiku and lifelong lessons in a small town. Friendship in the end I call home. Yeah, once a year in a small town. Friendship in the end I call home. Yeah, once a year. Watching the sky rise with you along that narrow creek, while the city speeds to a high praise for folk singers and breakfast makers, filled our bellies and minds with all types of heavenly surprises that keeps me coming back year to year to celebrate another day in a small town. Friendship in the end I call home. Yeah, once a year in a small town. Friendship in the end I call home. Yeah, once a year. Well, now listen, I don't want to forget about all the locals out here, having to put up with all these types of people, short and tall ones included, and that's right, nobody's ever excluded here. In a small town, friendship in the end I call home. Yeah, once a year in a small town. Friendship in the end I call home. Yeah, once a year. Friendship.
That was awesome.
I like that.
That was
Dude, it was like,
This nice little river flow.
it was like,
Yeah.
honestly, like, it was like Jack Johnson, but more storytelling.
More storytelling. There you go. Got a story to tell. Let me go a little something like this.
Yeah. That
So,
was
yeah.
kinda nice.
That was one of the new ones. Yeah. So, and I can do one off the album here. This is always a fun one. In fact, you might recognize this one from the Red Beard's Revenge, the Country Blues.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's definitely gone through a couple phases, but still the same song. So I'll go ahead and do that one.
Sure, a
for
little
us.
stripped down than it was.
Yeah,
in Red
a
Beard.
little strip here. A little strip down, that's for sure. City life And this hustle and a bustle ain't no good for my soul. Yeah, I wanna grow old, I wanna be happy in this country that I know. Simple life, I can hear you call my name, ain't it nice? Yeah, no, I got a claim to your heart. But this city life just ain't no good for me. Well, when I was young, I'd sneak out in the middle of the night. I'd have a drink and I'd take a toke and I'd stare into the sky. And Papa told me, now son, all these stars could be mine. Just stay true to your heart and everything will be alright. Simple life, I can hear you call my name, ain't it nice? You know I got a claim to your heart. Well, now city life just ain't no good for me. Hey James, why don't you take one? Sure, why not? Simple life, I can hear you call my name, ain't it nice? You know I got a claim to your heart. Yeah, this city life just ain't no good for me. Well, now I went to the Marine Corps right after school. Hoorah, I saw the world and I had a blast, but it's time for me to come home. And the first people I want to see, all my friends and my family. Yeah, tell them about this country that I love. Well, simple life, I can hear you call my name, ain't it nice? Yeah, no, I got a claim to your heart. Yeah, this city life just ain't no good for me. Yes, this city life just ain't no good for me. Yeah, the city life just ain't no good for me. No, it's no good.
I do recognize that.
Yep.
Definitely sounded a lot different.
Pretty good.
Definitely sounded a lot different when I was used to hearing it.
So yeah, there's a couple songs for you.
Nice, man. That was good. That was good.
Well, thanks, man.
That was good. Yeah.
Yep. I was like jamming, and then like you broke it down a little solo there. I was like, oh shit,
So
that was kind of nice.
yeah, so I learned how to play solo and sing over top of it.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. I can't do any of that shit.
Right.
That's why I just choose to talk into a
But
microphone
still-
all the
but
time. I
still
love
not-
music and I can't do it, so I just talk to people.
But it's still never good enough.
You're our worst enemy.
Yes, we are.
Good stuff.
Want me to keep playing more? I mean,
We'll do one more.
All right.
I think we got time for one more.
one more.
We're
it
getting
is.
closer to the end, but we got one more.
Okay. Which one? We could do. Trying to see. I'm gonna do another new one. Why not? I've been working on them. Might as well do them.
Start somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta start somewhere. Let's see what. Let's do the 444 to Enid. I like this one. This has been a fun one. I like how it's been growing. Maybe I might do it. I don't know. We'll see. I can find a damn
Growing collection.
glowing collection. Yes. See, they're so new to me. I'm still kind of like I still got to refer to the charts and the music. Like make sure I got everything right. I don't want too bad of a hiccup here.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Best
So-
place to try it.
Yeah. So this is 444 to Enid. And listen to the story. If you can't pick out what happened, I'll go ahead and fill in the blanks. Once I get this properly. Well, I'm heading on the road again, living the dream, some say. And I'm seeing my friends again. that's the plan. Here's to hoping that all goes well. And I'm sailing on the 75, hitting the brakes, stay alive. And slowly we detoured. Combs our minds, well, flashing lights, yeah, not a very good sign. Well, I've never been on the 444. Two ain't crossed my mind while traveling towards. More thoughts evolved to a notion of wanting to travel on the 444 to Eden. And I'm rolling on the highway once more, humming fun tunes. No, I'm not a bore, and I'm talking to whoever listens between songs. Well, you don't know what you've been missing. Well, I've never been on the 444 to Eden, crossed my mind while traveling towards. More thoughts evolved to a notion of wanting to travel on the 444 to Eden. And I'm leaping from town to town like a train northbound. And I'm thinking about the 444. All life's mystery just may lie beside the 444. Well, I've never been on the 444 to Eden, crossed my mind while traveling towards. More thoughts evolved to a notion of wanting to travel on the 444 to Eden. When I've never been on the 444 to Eden, crossed my mind while traveling towards. And more thoughts evolved to a notion of wanting to travel on the 444 to Eden.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was some busker music right there.
Yeah, right?
Actually, it did remind me of this movie I saw. It was actually like a random fucking weird Netflix film. You heard of Jackie and Ryan?
Jackie and Ryan, I don't think so, no.
Don't know who the dude was, because the dude, whoever the main dude was in the movie, he actually played and sang himself.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl, the love interest in the movie, because it was like a romantic movie, was Katherine Heigl from, I think, Grey's Anatomy, and she's been knocked up. She was the blonde from Knocked Up.
Yeah.
She was a love interest. But check that one out. Dude, I think the
Right.
music is great. The music in the movie is great.
Cool.
Check that out. But he's a busker, and he travels from town to town. Ends up, he got robbed, and then this girl helped him, and then he falls in love with her.
Of course he does.
The whole 9 yards. But yeah, check it. Dude, I think you'll, because he plays one of my favorite songs, which is "How I Love Sitting on Top of the World." That is like one of my favorite songs. And
Gotcha.
he does it in the movie, and it's amazing. Well, I mean, we're gonna move off of the music here for a little bit. We gotta start wrapping up the show, getting towards the end here. We're gonna do our top 5 that we do every week.
Oh,
Do we have it? Dixon forgot about it. I could tell by the look on his face. I'm sure it was your idea. You've got to at least know your top 5. You should know, right?
I'm ready.
All right. Top 5 places you would like to travel, or top 5 vacation spots.
I know last.
so we're vacation spots
Or vacation spots or top places
Just
to
anywhere you
travel.
wanna go.
Yeah.
that you would personally want to go. Okay.
I'll shoot first. I'm gonna go number 5 first, like number 5 to 1. I put New York City, and I've been to New York City, but I didn't get enough time there. I was literally there for 3 hours. So it's still definitely a place. I was driving to Boston.
I wanted
We
to
stopped
rip
at
my
lunch.
brain. I wanted to like rip my soul out of my body and stuff.
Oh, I loved it. I didn't have enough. There's so much culture.
There's just so many fucking people. There's too many people. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I was good. I went in there for lunch. I was on my way to Boston. I wanted to stop for lunch. Say, hey, I've been in New York City. It was then that I realized why so many people live in New York City, because it was very hard to get out of New York City. I sat in more traffic getting out of New York City than I did getting in New York City.
Well, it was getting into New York City. The tolls that you have to pay driving in.
Man.
It's like $45, $60.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our tour that we took last year was luckily there's a website. You put in your locations, it tells you all the toll booth prices, but it was like $77.
Yeah, but like the way, like the quickest route had the tolls on it.
Yes.
We could have bypassed them.
Yeah, but then you're hours.
But it was like hours. Like we bypassed them on the way out, and we ended up in Maryland.
We ended up in Jersey on one, I think, or something weird. I can't remember what it was. Like, okay, we're in Jersey. All right, so be it. Let's check out Jersey for a while. And why is their gas so cheap?
Their gas is cheap.
Lord of mercy, it is cheap. And also, it's against the law to pump your own gas in Jersey.
Yeah, I actually didn't get...
Yeah.
What?
Why? I actually waited like out of New York City to get gas. Which I almost ran out of gas because I didn't realize it was going to take me to get out of New York City.
You don't want to buy gas in the city.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I ended up paying like $17 for a pack of cigarettes there.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, because when we finally stopped for
Enough to
gas,
make you quit
we finally
smoking.
stopped for gas. We stopped at I think White Plains, which is like probably should have never stopped there for gas or cigarettes, because it was like, that's like the upper white happy neighborhood I think of New York.
Is it? Okay.
It's like White Plains, New York. It's like super suburbs, and yeah, we stopped. It was the first I had to stop for gas, or I was gonna run out of gas, and yeah, I think I paid close to $8 or $9 a pack, like for a pack of cigarettes that night. It was crazy. Number 4 is Cancun, which that is very optional. That is just literally
Cancun.
like, I don't care if it's a beach and it's just tropical and just whatever. It could be any beach in the world for number 4 that I've never been to. Number 3, which is probably gonna sound rookie to you, but Nashville, just 'cause I've never fucking been there, man.
Oh, man, it's 5 hours down the road.
I know. I've never been there. The music scene, I just it draws me. I want to go so bad, and I've never been there. And the funny thing is my youngest 2 kids, Journey and Lyric, are going to Nashville in like a month.
Yeah,
And like
nice.
with my aunt, or their aunt, and I have still yet to fucking go there. Number 2 is England. Always want to go to England. I know there's no sun and it's depressing and it rains a lot, but the music scene there also. I was very big into Britpop growing up.
Oh, really?
Very big into like the Long Pigs and the Dandy Warhols. And I hit huge into the Britpop scene when I was growing up. And then my number 1, since I was even a child, was Australia. I was gonna go to Australia.
Oh, yeah?
I don't care how big the animals and creatures are there. I still want to go.
There's spiders bigger than you are there.
I don't even care. I still want to go.
Fuck that.
I want to hit the outback.
Spider drags you into some Australian cave you've never seen again.
Oh, my God.
Fuck that.
I don't even go to Australia. Fuck that. They have spiders that carry mouse up refrigerators. I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, not
huge
me, man.
spiders
It's
and great
always
white
been my
sharks.
number 1.
That's all I think
Always
of.
been my number
And
1.
big ass crocodiles.
Yeah.
Something
There was
about
one that was
Australia.
like 20-something feet long.
Like
I need to
Lake
pray for
Placid.
Australia. Yeah, I like that. I need to pray for Australia. Ain't nothing wrong with it. They just got big ass crocodiles.
Oh, Lordy.
Dude, I've got a couple places in the U.S. I want to go. Like, I want to go out west. Like, Utah, Nevada, out that way. Check
Right.
that out.
See, I've been to Utah as farthest west I've been.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Nevada or anything else. But
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty sweet to go out to. Like, I have no desire to see California at all.
I
Like,
don't
unless
either.
it's-
I've
unless
thought
it's
about it.
in
I'm
the
like
mountains.
building this list,
Go
like,
north
you
than
know,
Cali,
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
my number 4s and 5. I would have got, no, I lied. The farthest west I've been in Seattle, but obviously I've talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
But I was building my list and I was like, do I want to see Hollywood or LA or anything, like in San Diego or anything? I'm like, not enough to put on this list. Like,
Right.
no, I can care less about California.
I also want to go up to, I want to head up the East Coast too, like the Maine. I think it'd be cool to go up there.
Fall, man. See the leaves turn.
Yeah.
Dude, and that's when I went to New York. We were going to Boston, and we went in October. So I got to drive through foliage on all through fucking, like, you know, got to go to Salem, Massachusetts in fucking October.
Yeah.
Like, amazing.
That's awesome.
Got some chowder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was my number one while I was there.
I'd like to check out Japan. I think that'd be
Beautiful.
cool.
Been there.
I've never had an interest,
Like I want to
man.
check out,
Never.
again with Japan, it's more I want to check out the countryside and the in the mountains.
But that might be cool. I've never had
Japan ain't nothing but a mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's why they're stacked on top of each other because of that reason.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then I always wanted to go to Peru.
Bring down the house.
My bad.
Tear it all down.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'd like to check out Machu Picchu. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he knocked all that down.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Can't take him anywhere.
That was hours of
He
work.
does it every week.
Yeah.
And then I thought Ireland would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Ireland's, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I thought that'd be a cool place to check out. Again, beautiful countryside.
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as my 5 go, because since this was just sprung on me today,
Yeah.
well, you know, I guess no, I don't know if I can put these in order, so I'm just going to say whatever happens first happens first.
Right.
But growing up, Europe was always a thing for me for some reason. I always thought about backpacking Europe, going, jumping on trains and just seeing the old world, so and it's still something I still love to do.
Yeah.
And of course, if I had to be specific, I don't know if I can, because it's like I want to visit Spain. I want to go.
Right.
I want to see France. I want to go see Ireland. It's like I want to see Scotland. I want to see it all. Hell, I would love to go see Moscow, man. I think that would be awesome to see them buildings. But it is what it is. If it happens, it happens.
Right.
One thing I looked at. I was stationed in Hawaii, so one place I never got to see in the Pacific was the Fijis.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, so when I got out of the Marine Corps and everything, man, I started looking at pricing and everything.
Yeah.
Like, you can get your own island, you can get a boat, flying out there and getting back, man, broke you, man. I think it was like an $8,000 to $12,000 package. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, I better find somebody I know is already there. So yeah, Fiji's, but I'd love to go there, man. Get your own island, and just that's it, man. You got nobody around. You got to take a boat to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your own private boat.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So another thing I would like to do is, I've been very fortunate. My family used to like to travel. So like 1988, we did this big, huge loop. Went up to the Badlands, up that way, and came down through Yellowstone, circled around through the Grand Tetons. It just been a huge circle. They took the camper with, and we stayed at KOA campsites the whole way. So I've been very fortunate. So I've done, all my trips have always been like that. So Northeast and Northwest in Alaska. I haven't been to Washington, Oregon, Utah. I've been to Northern Cal. I haven't been to Idaho, so I got to see that whole corner.
Yeah.
And I haven't been up to the Maine, Vermont, Delaware,
Right.
Connecticut. And I've been to New York, Upper New York that way, but in Massachusetts. But I haven't been up to the North Corner. But everything else I've seen. Lived in Hawaii for 2 years. I would like to go back there too. But so, anyways. Finishing seeing that, man, would be great.
It's funny because I haven't been to half that shit, but I have been to the northeast corner and the northwest corner.
Yeah, been there. One of my favorite, most beautiful places. I always said, man, if I ever had a choice, this is where I'm going to live and die. Is just where Colorado meets New Mexico.
Oh yeah.
It's still green, but you get that red dirt, and you're not quite desert, but you're not getting feet of snow either. Like I can visit the snow, I don't like living in it. I really don't anymore. Man, it was just so beautiful. Driving to Albuquerque and in the desert out there, it's just wild. I mean, it's just beautiful. It was just, man, I was like, man, I could just live out here, man. Just great heat. Don't have that humidity. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
don't have allergies out there because you're in a
Well,
desert.
like I mentioned earlier when I went
desert. You're decorating with cactuses and large rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I mentioned earlier that I went to Utah, because we drove there, and we passed through Colorado Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And even as a child, and I've still I said to this day, I'm gonna die here.
Yeah.
Like Colorado Springs, I'm gonna move here and I'm gonna die here.
Shit there to do that.
It doesn't matter. God, the scenery was beautiful. The weather was beautiful. Just like
the red rocks.
everything was beautiful to look at. God, which is like one of my. That should be one of our top fives. Like top 5 places to see a concert.
Yeah.
Oh my
Red
God.
Rocks.
Yeah, Red
Amazing.
Rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I want to finish seeing the rest of
Yeah,
our
you
country,
did the
man.
concept
Because man, I've been to other countries. I've been fortunate enough to go all over the Pacific Rim. You know, and I've seen how we are effing lucky.
Yeah.
Because it could be a lot worse, man. But you know, just driving. You know, I love to drive.
Yeah.
I love driving. You know, and all of a sudden, you know, you just drive. Oh wow, we made it to the Grand Canyon. Sweet.
Right.
Let's circle back, spend a night in Amarillo.
Yeah.
Why not? You know. So, anyways, that's one of my things I want to finish doing. I know it's not really a dream spot, but I do trips. I get in the car and we do. That's vacations for me. That's dream vacations for me.
That's awesome.
And then now for some reason, I've been fascinated with Cuba. Now that Cuba's doors are getting ready to open
Yeah.
up again, it's like, man, this is a beautiful freaking country, man.
Yeah.
It's just sad that politics got involved with it because, man, it was thriving. You see the movies, the old docs and everything, but it's like, I want to go back there. I want to go there.
Yeah.
You know, hell, this country's got a hell basket. You can swim there almost. I might just end up there.
Yeah.
At least it's heat. It's heat.
Yeah.
It's hot. You know, you go north Canada. I don't understand why people want to run away to Canada.
Yeah.
It's too damn cold up
There
there.
was nowhere cold on my list, except for England might be like the coldest place on my list.
Yeah. So yeah, to me, that's something I want to see. And I never been to South America, so
Yeah.
You know, Chile, Peru.
Yeah.
I never been, Bolivia. I never been through none of that. So that's something I'd like to do one day. Just get in the car and that's how far south we can get before somebody starts yelling at us. Turn around. Go away, gringo. Damn it. So yeah, I guess, I just heard about the top 5 places today, so that's about the best I could do without narrowing it down.
That's a pretty good one.
Tag, you're it.
We have that planned out earlier, but they were in Cumberland all week. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
My number 5 is Las Vegas. I've already been there, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Number 4 would be. I didn't really think of these in order. Number 4 would be Seattle. I want to go to Seattle. Never been.
Dude, it's amazing out there.
Number,
of the world.
Number 3, I definitely want to go. I want to go to Colombia, which is in South America.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Number 2 is I want to go to New Guinea in Africa. Or New Guinea. One or two. It's in Africa. It's on the west. It's on the west side of the Ivory Coast of Africa.
Okay.
And then lastly, I wanted to go to Italy.
There you go.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. My parents are getting ready to go there.
See, when I wrote
Or
England,
Ireland.
I almost thought about just writing Europe because
Yeah.
there's a lot of places like
That's what
England's
I put,
definitely my
Europe.
number 1 place in Europe, but I would love to see Paris. I'd love to see Italy. I'd love to see
It was
you know.
supposed to be my number 1 was Paris. It was supposed to be that.
Paris. Yeah.
Because I wanted to practice my French.
I'd love to
Yeah.
see Spain. I mean, there's a lot of places I'd love to see in Europe, but
Yeah.
England's definitely.
It
my
was a
top
3-way
place.
tie between, like, Italy, like, Paris, and Ireland. Because Ireland, that's where my mom's side's heritage. So I want to, like, see more of that. And I want to go to the Ivory Coast, go to Africa, because that.
Right.
Don't roll your fucking eyes. Anyway, let's go.
You can speak French on the Ivory
Oh,
Coast.
Yeah,
That wasn't
it's
a
just
for
a
you,
shame.
Frank.
I would love to go to Istanbul and
Yeah.
it's some of that old world country. Like my old bass player Jason, he goes out. He would take trips out to Israel and
Yeah.
all that just to experience that.
Right.
I'm sure it scares a lot of people away with everything going on over there today, but he somehow seemed to get in and get out
Yeah.
unscathed.
Right.
I think it's just a matter of where you're going, but yeah.
Didn't your mom just go there? Didn't she come back from that?
She went to Israel.
Mm.
Yeah, I went to Israel. Actually, I just sat through a very long slideshow of pictures.
Nice.
Lucky you.
It was fun. Sorry, Mom, if you ever listen to this. Yeah. Did you go?
You do.
Uh-uh.
You.
Yeah, Lori went. Yeah,
Okay.
you were.
I wasn't
you
sure. I
were.
walked away for a second.
Yeah.
All right. We're moving on here real quick. With Cincinnati Piece of Shit of the Week. It's kind of how we always end the show.
Okay.
I went a different route this time. I always pick out the child molesters and the heroin addicts.
Switching it up.
I mean, they're there every week, but they weren't there this week. This week I went with the story. Coleraine police bust marijuana grow operation. Giant grow operation on, let's see, where was this? 64, I'm not going to say the address. It's on Springdale Road. Because the Cincinnati Piece of Shit of the Week is not the grow operation. It's Coleraine fucking police.
Yeah.
That's the piece of shit of the week. It's fucking Coleraine. You're wasting my goddamn tax dollars for charging somebody for fucking marijuana. I realize it's against the law, but goddamn, focus on something else.
That's why I love Coleraine.
Don't arrest people for fucking smoking marijuana or growing marijuana.
that's
Goddamn,
ridiculous.
shut up.
It's
There's
just weed.
bigger
Yeah.
fish to fucking fry.
It's just weed, people.
Bores
It's
me.
just
It's
weed.
boring for me over there.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Northern Kentucky, man. There's always something to do. You can walk there, man. It's just like that Coleraine, you know, it's quiet, but damn.
Yeah.
I like to take some of the outbacks and nasty ass Coleraine Avenue restaurants
Yeah.
down the street, man. What happened all the mom and pop places up there? Damn.
Dina's
You got
Diner
Anchor
is still
Grill,
kicking
you
it
got
up. This
Bart's,
is amazing.
Is that fish place there on Pippin? What was that called?
Lake Nina?
Nina.
Lake Nina still. That was my first job. I was
Yeah.
14 years old when I worked there.
Lake
Nice.
Nina. Yeah, so I mean, it's like arts. They get arts.
Arch Barbecues over on.
It's more the north
You go to
side.
Pepper Pod,
Rubel,
yeah?
I think.
Pepper
Stribble
Pod,
and-
yeah.
Stribble and
That's
Pippin.
good.
Anchor, depending on what
Dude,
side of the
I mean,
river I'm on.
there's still
Yeah.
good restaurants in Coleraine. I still live in Coleraine. My
I'm
kids
being
go to
hard.
Coleraine.
Right,
I'm
river
being
eating.
hard.
I can walk out of my driveway and see where the fuck you grew up. Like, I know where you grew up.
Yep. Parents still there.
I'm on Galbraith. Like, I can literally walk out and see the end.
Yep. That was
But,
just, parents are still there, and I'm
Yeah.
not, don't get me wrong. My daughter graduated Coleraine. I love Coleraine. I always will. But yeah, I just need it more eclectic. I need it more open. I just need it
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Just I couldn't. Get that.
Don't get me wrong. Like, until I like Coleraine because
You're a
I
diehard
well
Coleraine
no I went to
He is
Coleraine.
diehard.
I am, but
I
the
am
second
diehard.
all of
Coleraine
my
first.
kids are out of school, fuck Coleraine, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll move to Kentucky. I'll move somewhere like somewhere. I don't care. Like anyway.
My daughter's 19. She's in college, so it's like okay, she's surviving. So it's like all right. Things are cool. Just keep an eye on things. But I told her I was like, you know, next time I have to move, it's going to be continually moving further south.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where south is going to be from here, but it's going to be south. I just
Right.
want to get away from the cold, man. I mean, it's just I'm done with it.
That's what me and my wife both hate. We're done with winter. We're done with the cold. We're done with everything but our kids. Like we're just like we won't pull on because Trinity's my oldest is huge in the show cards and everything. Like we can't just pull them. We can't just go.
Yeah.
You know, we can't do that. So
I like to still be close enough that I can visit, but you know, still 5 hours away here, you're still getting snow. So it's
Right.
like I almost need to move 10.
Yeah.
It's
So-
like- but you know,
yeah.
I think change is
Anyways,
good.
I don't mean to call you out, Coleraine, but you're the piece of shit of the week for busting a grow operation. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, join us next week with special guest Dan Sketch. He's a music promoter, local asshole, bearded father, and fan of watching men wrestle in tights.
Yeah.
If you're interested in sponsoring the show, being a guest on the show, or just want to send us some cool shit, message us on Facebook or at unshavenmodcast@gmail.com. And that is the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a good one.
And what do we say at the end of the show? Everybody can fuck off and die.
Oh my God. On that note.